Welcome. We are Table Goth, a group of tabletop game enthusiasts and super authentic gothic people. We're here to create some teen vampire drama to put on the internet. We are here today, and the other days that we're here, playing Vampire the Masquerade 5th edition. We've done this before. We know what we're doing now. As a bit of a warning, which we should probably do before each episode, this is a very edgy, dark game. So we're going to be playing edgy, dark people. We'll be getting into some uncomfortable situations that you might not be cool with, and if that happens, don't pause it, don't exit out. You may mute the video, walk away, and come back when you're feeling cool.
Are you shaming people?
No, you know what I mean. As in, cool. Yeah, anyway. I still think we should do this stuff at the end. We have social medias, we have Patreons, we have all that stuff. We'll talk about solicitations and all that after the session. Because right now, I think we're ready to play the game.
I think so.
I don't feel like introducing them. Their names are below their faces. I am Bully. And this is going to be our game, Taste of Youth. Okay. So it's not quick, a long recap of
Let's hear it.
our first official session. Last time we started off with our teens standing in their bloody prom outfits, watching their school and many of their peers erupt in flames. Jim the janitor gave Lillian and Delilah, Elijah and Herb's respective girlfriends. He decided to wipe their memories after they each drugged them from the fire. He gave them new memories, ones void of the vampire attack that took place, and the fire that he himself set to get rid of the evidence of it. He forced them to leave the girls, injured but alive, at this scene. He instructed everyone to get in the back of his van, and they did so, and he quickly sped away. The back of his van was windowless, completely sealed and pitch black. The group was jostled back and forth until the van suddenly screeched to a halt. An injured late-night suburban jogger was then thrown into the van, bloodied and barely alive. And the beast, the insatiable hunger that now lives in all of these teens' veins, took control. All but Jordan sunk their new fangs into the man and drained him of all of his blood. Their first feeding, the first realization that they weren't quite what they used to be. They arrived at a small home in a lower middle-class neighborhood. Jim led the group inside where they found an old woman watching television. After a brief argument about her watching The Bachelor without him, Jim let the group crash in his basement for the night, or the day. They were given some old tracksuits to wear and asked to clean themselves up. He quickly explained that they were now vampires, or kindred, as he said they should call themselves. And they would have a longer talk about what happened and what that means the following night. His basement was full of occult symbols, books on meditation, Arthurian fairy tales. There were religious journals, an extensive jazz record collection, and wood carving tools, and a shelf full of these small wooden figures. Jim quickly gathered as many of these things as he could and left with them, leaving you guys with some pillows and blankets to crash there. When asked about the old woman, he explained that she had dementia, and he looked out for her since she didn't have anyone else. He asked them to start thinking about how they planned on handling this change in their lives, and he offered to put them down, essentially, mercifully, if that is what they wished, as they're no longer human and would be condemned to a life of the undead. With that decision lingering, he left them to contemplate their new lives. After they tried to come to terms with it, had a discussion, trying to figure out what all this means and what to do about it, Elijah found a pamphlet that he took called The One True Way. It seemed to be a guide to enlightenment for vampires. Jordan studied the wood figures, finding strange pieces as well as each one of them represented. There's also a plain-looking door that Jim warned them not to touch for their own safety, though Elijah heard a faint whisper coming from the other side. They slept that day, their bodies getting rid of anything that was not blood. Jim performed a ritual the next night where he tasted their blood to determine their clans. Evelyn, a Toreador, Elijah, a Bruja, Jordan, a Malkavian, and Herb, a caitiff with no clan line dominating the blood. He gave them the basics of what they can do, what they should avoid, and most importantly, how to feed. And with that, he took them in their tracksuits to a trap house, where another vampire he knows feeds from the drug-addled occupants. While there, Evelyn and Jordan managed to seduce some of the patrons closest to their age, some bikers from a group called the Xmas Gang. Evelyn managed to activate this supernatural allure to seduce and feed from the one called Doc, while Jordan found herself with a couple named Buzz and Lamb Chop that was left with Lamb Chop to feed. Elijah learned he had amazing balance as he found his way to an old treehouse where people were playing guitar. He managed to find some fans and he took one inside to feed on. Herb discovered that he made no noise as he silently entered a room with an unconscious user, only to be spotted by another. He drugged her too, while a nearby Jordan realized she could make people forget, similar to what Jim did. She made the girl forget and left. Herb, left to on his own, lingered and drained the woman of every last drop of her heroin-laced blood. Shortly after, they were picked up by Jim and asked to decide whether they would attempt to return to their lives or start new ones. But Jordan decided they'd try to salvage the lives they led before and maintain relationships with the people in them who were too important to leave. Jim encouraged them to stick together for the time being, including staying together at a place that wasn't his. They were dropped off at Evelyn's rather large house, since there was plenty of room and her brother was the only other occupant. Upon arriving, they found her brother hanging out with JC, a young man they'd seen before after Autumn's party the night she went missing, and they'd contacted him to sell drugs to him later at Evelyn's Halloween party. They didn't get many answers from him that night, but Evelyn did catch him stealing some of her grandparents' personal letters and effects. He returned them, and they haven't seen him for months. Well, now he was in the theater room, watching The Wolf Man with Evelyn's brother and a group of rough-looking individuals who clearly were with JC. Evelyn's brother, happy to see her alive, wrapped her in a hug. He commented on how cold she felt, which sparked JC's interest. He said that the house was his now, but he was happy to show them the ropes and mentor them in their new lives, implying he too was kindred. Uninterested, the confrontation quickly turned violent. Herb saw an older man with a thin mustache who appeared by the movie projector, and he stopped the film, casting the room in darkness. In this darkness, Elijah fought JC and the others. Jordan managed to command one of the goons to turn on JC, as Evelyn and Herb tried to help in the fight, to varying success. As the fight broke out, JC told Evelyn's brother to take care of them, and Evelyn's brother, Edward, ran off. At first, Elijah was taking a beating, but managed to gain the upper hand with the rest of the group's help and knock out the primary assailants. During the fray, Jordan ran off to look for Evelyn's brother, but the beasts got caught up in the thrill of the hunt. She quickly found him, returning to the fight from a side room, but he had a gun in his hand. Jordan, using some of her vampiric wiles, managed to distract him and disarm him. Though the beast still boiling in her blood, she bit into his wrist as she did so. Evelyn rushed in to stop her, her beast pushing her to pull Jordan off her brother, though during this, some of the blood, fresh blood from his wrists, splattered on her face, and the beast was unable to resist. As Evelyn and Jordan both sunk their fangs into Edward's arm. This is where we will begin episode 2 of Taste of Youth.
Can I ask one question?
One question.
Okay, I'll make it a good. Hold on, I'll make it a good one. Those wooden figures we found in janitor Jim's basement. What was mine? I can't remember what it looked like.
Did you show us?
We'll get to that.
Okay. Cool. Chill.
Hated that.
Just remind me.
It makes me uncomfortable when he says shit like that.
Chill.
Well, maybe. Look for you real quick. That won't take too long. Okay, we'll get to it. So yes, you fighting her off, but again, this hunger inside you is starting to take control, as it is you, Jordan, and you are now fighting for the open wound on his arm. Herb, Elijah, still sort of in the back of the room. The light's on now as the movie came back on. Definitely see this happening. Definitely smell the fresh blood. This group of ruffians, it's been pretty defeated. 2 of them are still up, a girl among the guys, but they seem like they don't want any problems. JC, one of the bigger guys, and the person Jordan took over are sprawled out on the ground. They also seem to be more or less looking at what the hell's going down at the bottom. Do either of you want to do something?
I think Herb would try to head down and help these 2 from killing her brother. It seems like a pretty unchill thing.
Very unchill. Okay, you start heading down towards them. Elijah.
There's 2 people still up.
Mm-hmm.
I'll point to JC's body. Who is this to you?
I mean, he's our friend, the guy says.
Are you kindred?
What?
All right. I need you guys to forget this ever happened.
Which one?
The cheek. Oh, I guess I can do
One at a time.
one at a time. I'll do the. It's a woman and a man.
Mm-hmm.
Teens or older?
Young 20s, barely above teens.
Okay. I'll do the man.
Okay. So forget this ever happened. Absolutely. And she's like, yeah.
Get out of here.
And she goes, she helps JC, who's stirring a little bit now, putting soap in, and yeah, they sort of gather themselves and they leave.
I'll put my foot on JC's chest. And not yet. You stay down. And I'm gonna knock him out.
Give me a strength brawl.
Oh, I gotta do hunger, don't I?
Your potence is still in effect.
Post is still in effect. Okay, perfect. So, where's my brawl at? Okay. Yeesh. Ooh, is that a visual failure?
No.
No. 1 success.
He nods and sort of goes back into feet and grabs your leg, and he just turns using momentum, and he just flings you sprawled out on the side of the room. By the time you get up, he's in the sprint out of the house.
I'm charging after.
Sure. While that's going on, Herb, you're running towards you 2. Each of you give me a willpower save. Or just a willpower check.
Does hunger and
Yep. No, you can't. You can't hunger on a will. check.
Their willpower is the colored in boxes.
No.
Not
No,
colored in
not
boxes.
colored in boxes.
1 success. Can I use a will to re-roll a will?
If it's not 100, yeah. I'll say
So I can re-roll 2 of those?
sure.
That's 3 successes for me.
Okay. Each of you take away 1 hunger. Both of you get in there, take a big gulp. It feels good, it feels satisfying, and you're about to just let yourself keep going. And there's a moment where both of you just sort of look over at each other, faces smeared with blood. And enough of you, you haven't been this for long enough for this to seem normal. It feels very wrong, very disturbing. And you both sort of look at each other and you can see the spark of humanity in each other's eyes. And you both like, what the fuck are we doing? And you stop. If you want to.
I would like to.
Okay.
I'm full.
Were you at 1? Then that does not go away.
Oh.
You have to kill someone to take that away.
All right, then I go kill him.
Yeah, he drops on the ground. He's holding his hand. He's screaming, freaking out, just trying to back away on the ground. You catch up to these two shortly after. He's just, what the fuck? What the? And he just looks terrified and shocked. He has no idea what the hell's going on.
Shit. Here,
Can anybody
man.
do that shit Jim can do?
I got this. I pull out my bottle of Oxycontin. Pop one open. Here you go, bud.
Sprinkle a couple pills on him. He's just backing up. He's crying now. He's freaking out. He's shaking. He looks terrified.
Does he still have the gun in his
Hey.
hand?
No, she disarmed him.
Is it on the ground or does she
Jordan,
have
It's on the
it?
ground.
Do that
I
thing,
pick
man.
it up.
Remember that girl almost freaked out on me?
What?
I'm so
You're
fucking
not my
sorry.
sister.
You,
Okay.
The
Just-
fuck are you guys?
You calm that girl down.
Fuck.
I don't.
What?
I'm really sorry, Eddie. And then I run into seeing. Do I see him chasing JC?
You would probably look over just in time to see him running out.
But JC's not there.
Super fast.
JC ran out. You see him follow. You don't
Okay.
see where JC went.
Can I make some? I'm about to make some assumptions about some of the contents of my house.
Sure.
Okay, I'm gonna.
Is this MTV Cribs right now?
Okay, so I'm gonna run through some of the back rooms and go through some of the boxes with the props. I want to find one.
Yeah, that's probably close to the theater room.
Yeah, I want to find one. It's like Dracula, 1935 to all the random Dracula shit we would have, and I want to pull out a stake.
Okay.
Is that fair?
So you're gonna go through and try to dig up a stake prop. Give
And
me.
then-
I don't have my sheet.
What did it?
Give me a wits investigation. I mean, you know where it is, but there's a lot of props. I know exactly where this particular one is.
It's 1 success.
Do you want that?
No, I just made a list of that. Oh, actually, yeah, that does have it.
That's what I
Thanks.
said, that's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. Good call, good call. I'm sorry.
It's
What?
just 1.
Okay, you head that way. You're in there, you're going through boxes. You have an idea. It'll take you a
Okay.
couple moments.
Okay. Just hope you catch it.
Yeah, she says, I'm sorry, and she takes off.
I don't think I'm sorry is
You're not sorry?
is appropriate in terms of verbal.
Everyone, just don't kill me, please. Leave my friends alone.
And-
You want the house, you're gonna have the house. I
No.
just, fuck.
Let me help. And I call memory.
Okay. I believe that's a rouse check. Should be on your cheat sheet I made. If it has a rouse check or not.
This one. Oh, actually, it'll be on your spell one.
It doesn't say passive, so I think it's a roast check.
Oh, you have it too? I wrote, I think, at the bottom.
Cloud
of
memory.
If it has a...
Doesn't look like it.
Memory.
Last time I thought you didn't do a
Charisma,
rouse check.
dominant versus wits resolve roll.
Is that what you did to the guy at the party?
Yeah.
Then
The
you didn't
roll
do
is
a check.
Required against an unprepared mortal victim.
So it doesn't say if there's a rouse check out. If it doesn't, I put if there's a rouse check. So if there
Yeah,
isn't
it doesn't
one,
say
then-
it.
Doesn't look like it. No.
Sure.
No. Yep.
Um,
it doesn't say cost.
He's give me a composure persuasion. You have to make eye contact, and this dude is terrified. He does not want to look at you. He's freaking out. It's really hard to get him to focus on you for even a moment.
Did you-
Is this a show
You mesmerized him earlier. Is that over and done with? Probably, for sure. Cool.
Is this a social situation?
Let's try it out.
Do I get an
Let me
extra?
pick your wrist. And you
I'll say your
Something?
natural appeal comes in play in this. It's sort of a
Softens things,
calming.
even though I
not
still
your-
have his blood on my face.
Yeah. Yeah.
You got blood
I'm
on
really
your
paying
face.
attention.
So add an extra
It's a
die.
big
It's
disgrace.
lipstick, it's fine.
You can use willpower to reroll 3 of this.
You don't have to. What are you gonna do?
Yeah, I'm gonna reroll.
Okay, so 3 of the black dice you will reroll.
I would keep
So the one was already a success.
Yeah,
so
sorry.
keep
keep
that.
the one
Okay,
success.
so yeah, so
So you have 2
okay,
successes.
That's,
A messy crit.
yeah.
Oh no.
Oh, it's a messy crit?
Yeah, it's 5 messy crit.
Okay.
Jesus.
You go in and you're like, hey, look at me. Look, like you're trying to calm him down. You're trying to be calming. He's a mess. He's a blubbering mess. He's weak. He's annoying. If you would just listen, you can get him to do what you want. And you grab him and what are you saying? What are you trying to do? Cloud memory?
Yeah.
And you say, forget. And his eyes flutter for a moment, and he goes blank. His nose starts bleeding a little bit, and he's just sort of sitting there. Calm now. And he forgot.
Shit.
Herb, anything you would like to do?
Yeah, I'll pick up those pills.
Priorities.
Sure.
I mean, these things are worth a lot nowadays.
Mhm.
You know, house moms and wives and stuff like that. Okay, tuck that back. He looks good. We should go check on the other guys. They took run. You want to stay with? I'm gonna go check on them.
Okay.
Gotta leave.
Give me a strength brawl. You're so roused with potence, you can keep adding that.
There we go. Ooh, is that a messy crit?
Mm-hmm.
So that's 2, 3, 4. Is that 6?
Yeah. No.
6, and it's a
Okay.
messy critical?
Yeah.
Okay. You're chasing after him. As soon as you get through the threshold of the doorway, that girl who was fine, didn't take a hit with a knife, was waiting at the side. You walk back. She comes behind you. Great. She pulls you by the back of the hair, and that knife's coming in, and you just grab it. You push back. You hear her wrist snap, and you again just go for a backhand, and it's just a sickening thud as her head bounces on the door frame and drops. A lot of blood coming from the ear.
I smell it, but I keep going after JC.
Fairly certain you just killed her. Maybe. If you do something, you might be able to help, but
Mine's still alive.
she just took a crazy hit on
Kind
this
of.
young woman.
No, she came in with a knife and going after JC.
Sure. Give me another.
Okay. Ooh. I got 2 successes on a hunger die. That's it. I
There's
got
a tie. So, as you run, the other dude who is up is also waiting to stop you. He just goes to tackle you. He goes into like a spear, and you plant your feet and you catch yourself. You don't really get the upper hand on him, but he doesn't take
Yeah.
you down on the ground. And you're just sort of grappled with him right now.
I just toss him aside.
Give me another one.
I'm using a willpower.
Okay.
Two successes.
Nice music. 2. Take 1 point of superficial damage. You go to toss him, and he just corrects himself and catches you with an uppercut. You hear their jaw smack.
God damn it. Okay. And lethal body, that's just aggravated, right? Yeah, I do aggravate. Okay. I'm just gonna keep going after this guy. Get him out of the way.
Sure. Give me another one.
2 again.
Another 3 on him. Take another point of superficial, as he's squared up, and he can see you're flustered, you're angry, you're taking haymakers at him. He's stepping out of the way, just cracking you. He just keeps going, just trying to find that sweet spot on your jaw. Don't have a glass jaw though, you're not going down, but he's hitting you good.
Okay, I'm gonna wheel back.
And he's calm, and there's this weird anger in him. He saw what you just did to that girl, and he seems determined to make you pay for it. It's a weird lack of emotion that's in him. His fists are up, and he's just watching you.
I'm just gonna look at him. I'm gonna get ready to dodge. I'm gonna say she had it coming, and when he goes, I'm just gonna try to dodge and just run past him.
So you can use a strength brawl, or dex brawl if you like them.
Dex brawl. Okay. Does potence still take effect on that, or is that just strength brawl?
That's at... No, because you did that with your strength stuff to do
Okay.
damage.
Okay, 3 successes.
As a tie.
God damn it.
So you go and you swing. You do dodge, but as you go, he goes and he spins you around, and he's still engaged with you. By this point, Evelyn, you would be coming in. You found the stake. I mean, it's a prop. It's not but it's wood.
It's wooden. It's a
Yeah,
stake.
but it's not really sharp. With enough force, you can stab someone with it for sure.
I have the gun still.
Sure, you have a gun, you have a stake. You run in on him, and this dude just...
In a tussle, I shove the stake at him. Not at your heart, but like to
Okay.
take, and I point the gun at the other guy. Stand down and get the fuck out of my house.
Does he mean...
Give me a persuasion charisma.
Does being hot affect this roll?
No, this is the gun.
Does the gun being hot?
He hasn't
What
found
is
it
it?
yet.
Charisma?
Yes.
Okay, cool. And then
So it's like, yeah.
I'm pretty.
Now, your prettiness won't be an effect.
No. I meant I'm pretty good at that.
Oh.
Regardless of how hot I am. I had another question. Oh, can I use awe at all in this instance to be like focus on me while I'm talking? Like,
Sure, I'll
Can I
take that
cast
into
that?
consideration, yeah.
can I?
Yeah, so you activate, this is what you activate, you walk to the party, but it's different now. It's still in the lore, it's not an intimidating aura.
But
But
focus
it
on
gets
one
his
power.
attention.
So can I add a die?
I will have that affected difficulty.
Okay. Just gonna use the willpower. Oh, should one of these be hunger?
If you're
Yes.
hungry, yes.
Oh, should I just roll again?
No, just roll a hunger die.
Okay. Yikes. But I did spend a will.
Yep, so re-roll 3 and just take one away that you replace your hunger with.
One of these wasn't one. But that's still 4, and it's
Yeah,
messy.
more than enough.
Yeah.
It's messy.
Is it a crit though?
It's a messy.
Oh no, it's not a crit.
Yeah,
I
it's
only
not a
got
crit
one.
because there's 2 of them.
Okay,
So if there's
so
just one, it's not.
It's
not
just a
critical.
success.
Okay. I think. Okay. So yeah, he just looks. He doesn't really seem scared, but he knows you guys are willing to murder people over this. So he just drops his fist. Hasn't taken his eyes off it. He glanced at you for a second, and then still just looking at him.
And I'm off. Not even... Thanks.
Says, "Let me get her. Let me get her to the hospital." Obviously, we're not going to say what happened here. She's fucking bleeding out. Let me take her to a hospital.
Fine. And I keep the gun train on him as he
Sure.
goes to get the girl.
He, as gingerly as he can, picks her up and he starts heading out. After all this, by the time you get out, go through it's even hard to tell what direction he went.
He drove up.
Yeah. You start heading, and as you're going through some of the doors, that you can hear the engine roar of that nice car, that muscle car that you probably saw outside, and you hear it peel out.
Am I first floor, second floor?
You're on the ground floor.
On the ground floor.
You probably run out in time to see he's already halfway down the driveway.
All right.
Yeah, that dude tussled with you for long enough.
I'm gonna head back inside.
Okay. Eventually, all of you reconvene, I would assume, near the forgetful Edward. He's just sitting on the ground, noticeably just staring.
Do I see the guy and girl leave? Do we cross paths as he's taking her to the hospital?
No.
No, God.
Before we like,
No, they would have went a different way to avoid the rampage that you
Okay.
were on.
Am
can I just do like a quick
Rampage?
spot check of that man that I saw in the projector room?
Yeah, looking around, there's no sign of him.
Alright.
What the fuck is happening?
Uh,
What's wrong with your brother?
He was scared shitless a minute ago. I don't know what he's doing now. And I would kind of be focused on that and like have my hand on his face, like.
I mean,
He sort of moves his face a little bit.
I swear I didn't give him anything.
What happened after I ran away?
I tried to calm him down. I thought it would help, and it didn't. It made everything worse, and now
Like, what did you do?
I told him to forget, and he fucking forgot everything.
Okay.
I mean, maybe like in light of the previous things that had happened to him, it's not such a bad thing.
Yeah. It seems that
He
Jason.
still has a pretty wicked
Oh,
wounds on his arm.
grab
right
his
now.
arm and no. Can somebody else fucking do this? This is my brother.
You can, so only you can, like, so if you lick someone else's bite, it doesn't do anything. Your saliva only works for your
gross.
own bite.
All right, I like it.
So you could close that, and she could close her if you choose to.
Look away.
Yeah. So
Do you?
Is this? Do
you
we have
close
to
the
roll
wound?
for this?
No,
Okay.
it's something, and Jim was told
Yeah,
you
Jim-
about it
Yeah,
when
okay,
you,
cool, cool, cool.
if you lick, but it's your own bite, so you can't lick a random wound and it closes up.
I hate how I just mind that.
I know, that's how I was like, this is my brother.
You just
So
Okay, so yeah,
yeah,
you guys,
why the fuck was
hesitant,
JC?
and there's still, as gross as it is, that blood is still enticing. But what's your hunger at?
1.
Yeah,
So
I mean,
one.
both of you are, you're fine. You lick the wounds, they close. I mean, there's still blood smeared everywhere, but no sign of the tears.
We've seen that
there.
dude before, right?
Yeah,
JC?
JC.
He tried to steal my
Remember we
grandpa's
made
shit.
that? I mean, I made that deal with him back over summer. He like showed up at the party when the girl
Halloween.
went missing. Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah, Autumn.
Autumn's party.
yeah. That dude fucking showed up like at the end of the party, and then we invited him over.
Oh
to
yeah,
Halloween
outside the
party.
gate, right?
Yeah, yeah, man. I mean, I told you about it whenever me and Delilah were leaving.
Right, right.
Jordan was there. What the fuck was he doing here?
And he's trying to steal shit from you before too.
Yeah, he tried to steal a bunch of my grandpa's shit
And he's
at
one
the
of
Halloween
us.
party.
He said
Fucking
he
apparently.
said it like he thought we should be dead. Do you think he knows something?
He definitely knows.
You see Edward's blinking a little bit now. He's coming to.
Maybe he knows.
What the fuck?
Is there anything like around that looks
Hey,
that
Eddie?
would freak him out?
My face.
Oh yeah, we got
Yeah.
like.
Is there
I
bodies
like
or
once he
anything
starts
in there?
blinking, I'd
Okay.
try to.
All the bodies are gone.
I'd try to, like once he starts blinking.
Sure. I mean, you guys could try to wipe on your
Pick it
tracksuit
up.
sleeves.
Yeah.
I
blood.
leave and try to find a bathroom.
That's fine.
Jordan exits.
We're
Pretty
still on
shaken.
track.
Yeah, he is. Fuck. Evelyn?
Eddie,
Fuck.
hi.
He stands up and winces. Fuck. And he just wraps you up in a hug. Holy, you're alive.
Yeah, yeah,
Oh my God.
I'm alive.
What happened? Where?
What happened here?
What?
I showed up and there were like drug dealers and kids from.
Yeah, I was hanging out with where's JC?
Yeah, I think he gave you something like that.
Yeah,
man. You should watch who you take your drugs from.
No. JC's cool. But fuck, where is he?
He fucking bailed. We came in, you were in
Is he
like
mad
this-
at me?
No, you were like in this comatose state. I started yelling at him like I thought he gave you bad drugs or something, man.
No. He wouldn't do that. Fuck. How long ago did you go?
It was a while ago,
Yeah,
dude.
it's been-
You're not
been
gonna catch it.
passed
You might
out.
as well wait till
He
another
gets out
day.
his phone. He's like, I gotta text him.
Can you? Hey, and I kind of like hold the phone
That's not cool.
before,
It's super not
What?
cool.
like before we talk to your new friend who, was whatever. But could you tell mom and dad I'm fucking alive? Like priority wise,
They don't even know you. They don't know anything.
like no news has gotten over there.
No. They're in the Himalayas, I think.
They don't even have like.
Uh,
Oh, okay.
in about a week, they. Yeah, I've been fucking sick thinking about how I'm supposed to break this to them, and
Well, I guess you don't
God, I don't.
have
Yeah,
to.
I'm really shit.
Yeah.
Were all you guys in?
Yeah, we all kind of got out at the same time.
Yeah. I mean, nice to meet you guys. They thought you were dead too.
Yeah. Miraculously. made
Most
it out.
people that. What?
I don't think you should text him, man. He was kind
He
of an
was
asshole.
a
I don't think
huge
he's your
dick.
friend, man.
Also, aren't you
Just
you
did,
scheduled
so.
to leave the country in a few, in a week or two?
Soon, that's another thing I've been dreading telling mom and dad. I don't think I'm gonna do that.
What are you gonna do?
I don't know. I mean, there's a lot I could do here. I don't want to. I don't know. I feel like I finally have something going. JC's got some good ideas. Me and him are thinking of maybe going business together.
With what?
I don't know. Like I said, he's got a lot of ideas. I haven't really hashed them out yet. But, I mean, fuck. With you getting ready to go to school, my mom and dad never fucking here. Grandpa dead. I mean, I don't want to just be alone in this place. So, I don't know.
You gonna find a place to stay?
You're saying I can't stay here?
I had plans for what I was
For
gonna
this, all of these rooms?
do. Yeah.
This literal mansion? You're going to kick me out of my room.
I mean, I didn't think
The
I'd have to
fuck?
kick you out. I thought that you'd be gone because that's been the plan.
Yeah, plans change.
Oh,
It's
what was,
Like, I was
where were you
worried
supposed
about
to-
mom and dad, but fucking you? Like, what the hell? I'm cool with, like, everything you do.
I know.
I've covered for you so many times.
I've covered
And you're
for
going
you
to
just as
kick
many.
me out?
We'll talk. We'll talk. It's not like I'm kicking you out right now.
Jesus fucking Christ. Yeah.
It's been a fucking time.
Yeah, like, you came here to evict me after...
No, I came here to go the fuck to sleep after I almost died when my school burned down at prom.
I'm
And
sorry. I'm
okay,
sorry. It's just... We'll talk about this later.
yeah,
Yeah, you guys...
it's fucking a lot.
Sorry. He kind of puts his arm around you again. You sure you're okay?
No, I'm not. But
You feel cold.
yeah, I got chills.
Yeah, just rest. I'll, yeah,
You know, never mind. We can talk about it tomorrow.
cool. Okay. Yeah, I mean, are you all of you crashing here tonight?
Yeah, I told them they could crash.
Okay. I told my friends they could crash here too. I mean, there's plenty of room, but I'll see where they ran off to.
Yeah, they left with JC,
They
man.
left you, man. They're not your friends, I don't think. They're kind of
Also,
assholes.
like,
No offense, but it's fine. I don't know what you're trying to start here.
I'm not trying. I'm just.
I
Evelyn's
just-
one of my friends. You're her brother. I'm just trying to be.
I
honest
get it.
with you.
like here's like just the one thing that I am gonna pull. It is my house. I'm not necessarily gonna kick you out. Why the fuck did you have a gun in here, Eddie?
Yeah, ever since all this shit that started going on with like that kid at your school going missing and then they found her head. I don't know. A lot of the parents were freaking out. Mom and Dad had like a long talk with me, and they just got me a gun because I'm the only other person here besides you. And I don't know. They've been showing me how to use it. I'm not bad. I actually
Your
was
mom and
surprised.
dad were showing you how to use it?
Yeah, I don't know. I guess he said the people, I don't know. He's been working with some company, and they're a bunch of like, I don't know. They're old Southern money, and they like shooting. It's like their golf, so he's been shooting with them a lot.
That makes sense, yeah.
I don't know. I mean, it's whatever, but yeah, I don't know. How did you know I had a gun?
Because it came out when we showed up unannounced.
Yeah, fucking guy JC had it, man. Really unchill. Just
Pulled
like
out
hanging
in the
out with a
rooms.
gun.
Who did?
JC, that's what he just said.
Oh, shit.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah, I mean,
What'd you guys do to piss off JC?
We
He wouldn't just pull a gun on someone for
Tried to
walking in
help
here.
you.
yeah, no, dude. Like I said, we came in, you were fucking zonked out. Like we just found you, and you should really look who you buy your drugs from, dude. Cause
Give me a subterfuge manipulation.
unchill.
Can I
You
have
can
helped him?
add, yeah, you can add a die for Evelyn.
Okay.
3 successes.
I don't know, man. I'll talk to him. I'll see what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sure he probably tried to cover his own ass, but all I care about, man, is next time you like do some shit like that, that's probably hard. It's like, come to me, dude. My quality's like not even close to what his is. So.
Sure. I mean, okay. I'm gonna fucking.
Don't look at me.
I'm gonna clear my head. Okay. You guys take it easy. I'll be around, I guess.
Yeah.
Can I have that back?
The gun?
Yeah.
No.
It's weird that you have it.
It's weird that you have it and I didn't know about it.
Yeah, that is weird, but I also had an explanation for it. You have no reason to have a gun. It's just, give me the gun.
I want to like get all the bullets out.
Which accurately describes how much Evelyn knows about guns.
Evelyn knows
You
nothing
shake
about
it a little bit.
It's not a gumball machine.
I look. I'm like, can somebody unload this thing?
With my dad, would I know how to?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Not like that. But
I know a lot about
you
guns.
take the magazine out, you give me one.
It's a gun, not a magazine.
I don't like having it. I'm sorry.
Yeah. I mean, I don't really either, but okay. I'll go figure out what happened. You guys take it easy.
Do we want to let him?
I'm still not.
Yeah, you're not in the room.
Yeah. Okay.
He starts heading out.
Do we want to let him go talk to JC?
I don't fucking know what to do.
I think JC's fucking off your brother's head, man.
Yeah.
Definitely.
So do you want to?
Can anybody fuck with his head instead? Like, don't even know.
Apparently, we tried to fuck with his head.
I can make him forget. Like,
We did that.
not
I mean, I could give him some more
I've never.
blows.
My success rate's not been like that.
I mean, you give me
It's
2
your brother,
years, he might
so
get addicted.
it's your call. But I don't
One
think we
way
should
of
do
doing
it.
it.
I don't think we should either, but I don't
Well,
have
he's been walking away this whole time.
a good excuse. If you want to stop him,
Just do something, man.
just do something.
I can't do anything.
By this point, he's out of the
It's fine.
theater room. He's heading out.
I have nothing.
It's fine. Just
Just
get the
convince-
fucking steak
his
ready.
sister, just convince him. We don't have to use our kindred powers. Just fucking be his sister. Make him stay.
I have lived with my brother for what is probably amounted to about 3 years of my life.
Man,
So
But you're still blood. And if you care about him, don't let him go out to the fucking pricks JC who just try to kill us. I'm not gonna knock your brother out.
At this point, you would hear a car engine start.
what's the
that
sun
sounds bad,
situation?
dude.
Very soon, it will be sunrise. You guys got here to pretty much get the cover before this.
Okay,
I
I'll
hear the
go
car
out
engine
after.
and come in. But if JC is kindred, then he's not going to get a hold of him.
I mean, unless he goes to JC's layer, whatever fucking shit.
I don't think layers are right.
You don't
word.
think he uses a
Layers doesn't
layer?
sound
I'm new
I
to
don't
this,
think
man.
Jesse's that stupid.
right. I'm new to too, but
Is this not? I mean,
I like-
what we
this
were
is
in
a
there
layer.
looked like a layer.
It's a
layer?
layer. It's my house. It's a fucking.
Seem-
There's.
We don't
There's
need
He's
like
that.
getting away,
Let's
guys.
go.
He's getting away.
I'll go up unless Jordan is stopping me. If that's what you're trying to do.
I mean, she'll say that. You cross on the way out.
We gotta
I just-
stop him. Yeah.
I just don't think anything's gonna. If he's a kindred, then he's an issue, but he's also going to be fucking asleep in
Nocturnal.
like 10 minutes. So,
Get him.
but I also fucked up a lot of things tonight with your family, so.
You hear the car pulling out. So anything but a mad sprint outside is he's gonna be gone. So if you want to do something right now, you have to do it right now.
I'll do it.
All right, you sprint outside.
Yeah.
Okay. You run out.
Fuck.
The car's going down the driveway.
I like wave like stop,
Um,
and then does he stop?
yeah. So he would sort. You're just sort of waving. He's pulling away from you. You can see he sort of looks in the rear view,
I'll try to.
and
get
you can see
to
that
the-
he sort of sees you.
I'll try to get to the car.
I mean, you're not gonna be able to catch him on foot. He's driving off.
Well, okay, then I want to use awe to try to get him to stop.
Okay.
I am his sister, and I'm scared.
Give me
And I
a
want him to look at me.
charisma
Okay.
and persuasion. You being hot does not affect you.
Nope.
Or does it?
Unless there's.
There's a lot of weird stuff on the internet.
You a Lannister?
Actual.
What's your last name?
What are you doing, step bro?
4.
Okay. He stops at the very end of the driveway. He seems to you see him like shrug. He's still just looking at you through the rear view.
I'll try to like catch up to the window and tell him.
Sure. You catch up, the window's down. Sky's turning from black to gray.
Can you just stay
going back
home for
inside.
now, Eddie? I'm scared, and I've been through some shit, and I could just use my big brother at home.
Look,
Look,
JC will be able to. He'll be able to help both of us.
I don't want his help. I want you to be home with me. You're the only blood I have here. You just pointed that out. Don't laugh at the blood thing.
It's on your face.
There's just so much blood.
Just for me, please.
I'm sorry. And he starts pulling away.
All right, I go back inside. I can't. Me and what strength? All right, I go back inside because the sun's coming up.
Okay.
And I head back
Door's
downstairs.
locked. Let's try.
Maybe
I
one of
wasn't
us.
invited in.
Yeah, maybe one of us should like held
It's
him
my
or
own phone.
something like that. I mean, I definitely couldn't. Your brother's pretty big.
It's not that big.
Yeah, I know.
I mean,
Neither is her.
So that didn't work.
What are y'all doing?
I'm beat to shit right now, as you can
Same.
tell. So
I pointed the knife marks all over my face.
yeah. Where's a good place to sleep without no lights? I guess a theater room.
There's a dark room where film develops.
I'll
It'll
sleep in
be
the theater room.
completely.
yeah, it sounds way more comfortable.
There's a handful of rooms in the inner part of the house that wouldn't have windows.
Okay.
Especially because some of the stuff he has, some of the old props and art and stuff, sunlight's bad for it. So there's actually quite a few pretty dark rooms.
I'm gonna sleep in the theater room if that's cool with you.
I'll stay in there.
You have a copy of Jack and Jill? I don't say.
I don't.
Starts playing.
The old man.
Yes,
What did
oh,
JC
man.
do to my house?
He tainted
Okay,
the house.
you go to the theater room. You try to just lean back. I mean, these aren't like theater seats. These are like nice,
Oh,
comfortable.
okay.
Like it's
Nice.
a home theater,
Okay.
obviously. So
We're
Bunch of
ritzy.
lazy bowl.
Perfect.
yeah, you sleep in there.
I'll sleep in there.
You sleep in there.
Yeah, I guess I'll sleep there.
Probably shouldn't separate. We're in this together, right, guys?
The dark room is right attached to the home theater.
Close enough.
Yeah, it would be in like the
I
same
just go to the
level.
dark room.
Okay. With that, you guys wait. You feel some time passes actually, a little more than you expect. You could tell the sun's probably out but you gradually start to get more and more tired, and eventually this sort of uncontrollable fatigue takes over, and you all drift to torpor for the day. With that, I think we'll take a break, call our first little chunk, and pick things up to see what happens on your third day of Teen Vamp life.
Third night.
Third night.
Third night. We are back. So, after doing some damage to Edwin's brother's Edward, his brain, but making him forget everything that happened, JC getting away, but Elijah killing a girl in pursuit of her. You decided to let your brother go as he went to check on JC, worried that he had done something to offend him or that he was mad. You guys decided to sleep for the day in Evelyn's home. When you wake up, I will need a rouse check from each of you. Roll 1 dice. On success, your hunger does not increase. On a failure, your hunger increases by 1. Fail.
Success.
Everyone but Elijah wakes up a little bit hungrier. When you're there in the theater, you see Jim already there, sitting in one of the seats, whittling away at some wood. He notices you guys wake. There we go. Puts the rough shape in the pocket. How's everyone doing?
Not great.
Still getting the hang of it, I guess.
Yeah, that'll happen.
I think we met another of our kind
Oh, really?
here.
Who?
JC?
Don't know him.
Yeah.
That sucks.
Trying to fight us.
Tried to take my house.
He seemed to like know that we were supposed to be dead or something.
Yeah, he looked surprised that we were alive.
He said as much.
Most people, I'm assuming, will be surprised that y'all are alive, but interesting.
He offered to like help us and shit. Like he wanted to team up with us. Seemed like he had some intentions.
Yeah, a lot of vampires got ulterior motives. Guess it's ironic coming from myself, but I ain't the type. But either way, I would avoid other kindred for now.
Noted.
You said something, so the situation taken care of now.
No. He got away.
The kindred?
The kindred got away, yeah. And my brother followed after him, and we think he's messed up my brother pretty bad.
What do you mean missed?
He's willing to run out after him
Yeah.
after he just found out his sister's alive and abandoned everything to go. His priority was JC mad at him, not...
Yeah, he seemed
I think
eager to
it's-
please him.
Yeah, that'll happen. It's another thing we can do that I didn't really tell you about because, frankly, I find it pretty messed up. I personally think it's one of the worst things a vampire could do, besides murder, of course. Although, Some would say it's a fate worse. If we feed other people our blood, other kindred, although it's especially potent for mortals, we could do something called they could be blood bound. They drink enough of your blood, they'll become infatuated with you. They'll lose themselves, they'll obey your every command. They'll put your interest above their own. And it doesn't require some of the things we can do to mess with people's minds. This is something that if kindred's blood is in a human, they'll have some sway over them. If they do it right, give them enough.
Can you stop it?
Can kill the kindred. Although the bloodbound person will not be happy about that. But the effect does fade in time. They need a constant source of the blood. Constant meaning maybe every few weeks, I should say. It's pretty easy to maintain we call them ghouls. Not only will they obey, sometimes they'll get a little bit, they'll be able to do a little bit of what we can do. They're very useful if you're the type that likes to force people to do things against their will. I think it's pretty fucked up personally. But that might have happened to your brother.
Can you counteract it by doing the same?
That's dangerous, but potentially, depending on how potent your blood is compared to the other kindred, the easiest thing to do is just keep them away for a while. They ain't gonna want to be away. They're gonna do what they can to get back to the one they're bound to, but that's usually what's best. Some of you don't look too good, if you don't mind me saying. Do you have a tuffle?
Yeah,
I got
feel like shit. I got hit pretty hard.
stabbed a couple times.
Alright. There's a few things I'm gonna have to show you how to do that can help with that.
I'm eager to learn. I think.
Our blood can heal us. Sometimes it stirs the beast too much, so you gotta be careful. Sit with me. He sits on the floor, crosses his legs, and focuses. You'll want to think about the wound you have. You'll stir the blood. Think of your new, powerful form. Envision it, become whole, become what you were before. And anyone who wishes may attempt to heal by rousing the blood, or mending, I should say. So you all just have superficial damage. And with superficial damage, you can heal 1 point per rouse check. So you'll do this 1 check at a time. So we'll roll a hunger check. So you heal regardless, but this will determine if you get hunger while healing. So anyone who would like to do so may do so.
Do you heal otherwise, or is it just through this?
Success.
It's just I'll have to check, but I think waking up also might heal you a little bit. Healing for a night. Because I don't feel like looking up the rules right now. I'll say you would heal 1 just from resting. Your blood would naturally mend some of the wounds. Like I said, it might be more, but I'll check the rules later.
I'm at
Success, so I can take 1 off.
Yep, take 1 off. You don't get hunger. You can do the same.
I did that. I'm at 1.
You can't get below 1 without feeding.
What?
You can't take away that last hunger without killing someone.
No. That's fine.
Is it one superficial? Is what
No,
you're
I'm
saying?
just saying I'm at.
Oh,
Do you
damage.
see what I'm saying? Damage. Yeah, I'm at 1, but I woke up hungrier this morning, so I'm not going to keep pushing it. I'm just
Okay,
going to leave
sure.
for 1 damage.
I'm gonna do another. Fail.
You're hungry.
You get hunger, you heal another wound.
What about willpower? How does that get back?
Yeah, how do you get will?
I'll say you all have your willpower back.
Not that you
And-
necessarily feel better about what happened, but
Sure.
you're a little bit at ease. You're focused. You know, there's a lot of stuff you have to do.
I'm still down 1 health, but I'm at 3 hunger, so I'm not gonna push it.
Anyone else? Also, Herb, as you wake up, or really this would be as you're going to sleep the night before, I need a remorse roll from you. So roll a number of dice equal to the unmarked boxes on your humanity tracker. You should have 1 stain, I believe. You have 2?
Yeah, you said to mark down my humanity one?
Mm-hmm.
Or you said put a die. Okay, oh no, you mean like however many. Okay.
Yeah, so you have you all have 8 humanity.
Except for
Refresh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, no, he still has 8 humanity.
Oh, I
But
thought
then
you
you
told
mark
one.
1, so it's a stain. It's not permanent. So
Okay.
like the other ones will be filled in, like blocked off, like
We had
these.
8, I thought we had
Okay,
7.
so
You have
just
8.
so I roll 1 dice because I had 1.
Yeah, roll 1 dice.
Pass.
Okay. I'm assuming you haven't killed anyone before, but
No, you
you
rouse to get health back.
you're able to justify what you did. You know you're hungry. You know that. How would you actually? How would Herb justify his actions of killing that woman that evening at the drug house?
Herb's seen their type before. He knew the path they were on. He realizes that the position they were in really wasn't gonna improve, get better, and mine would.
Okay. You're at peace with what you did. Need one from you as well. So you'll roll 1 dice. Fail. That stain becomes permanent. Your humanity is now at 7. As you start to realize, I mean, in the moment, JC is some sort of monster. He's a problem, he's dangerous, he's a threat to everyone. You did what you could to get to him. But not only did you not stop him, you killed some girl caught up with his stuff. Nah, I mean, she went after you for sure, but you don't know if she was also bloodbound. You don't know if she had control of her actions. She doesn't know you. She might have just seen you as a threat. And because of, I mean, you've been caught up in tough situations before. You've had a violent past. You got out of it. You understand the person can be redeemed. She won't have that opportunity because of what you did.
Got it.
On that note, back to Jim. So after healing, he says, there's another thing while I have you here. I'm going to take you to your, to get set up. Well, you two in particular. I'm going to go to your families. I hope you have some sort of story ready, some explanation of what happened, why you're alive, and why you're not going to be around as much.
Yeah, I think I should talk to Delilah first, because I'm
Sure, I did get you some phones. He has a bag with him. He pulls out, they're burners, they're Nokias. If you want something fancier, buy that shit yourself. I will tell you though, all the touchscreen stuff, that doesn't work for us anymore. You need bioelectricity. I mean, got it. Actually, stuff like this holds up sort of the brick phone. Especially if you see someone who looks pretty well-to-do carrying something like this. Could be a vamp. But you can still use it if you do something we call rouse the blood. I'm actually going to need you all to do it before we start meeting with your families, or else you'll be cold to the touch. They might be able to tell you ain't right. To do this, you'll want to what do you want to do? You want to clear your mind again. You want to think about what you were before, which shouldn't be too hard as it was just a couple days ago. Focus on the heart. If you get that heart beating, everything else starts to come into play. Just think about warmth Think about breathing. Think about those things that make us, or made you human, that you likely took for granted or didn't even think about before, are now telltale signs of you've become something different. I just think about the heart. If the heart's pumping, everything else usually falls into play. You'll be able to do enough to fool most people. I need everyone to do a rouse check again.
We got a critical. Was that just a success?
Yeah.
Success.
So this says for the blush of life, roll
Yep.
2 and take the highest. Is that what we do?
Oh yeah, because your humanity is still, since you're fresh, you'll actually get to, you don't have to worry about it, but you two, but yeah, roll 2, and as long as one's a
We already
success.
succeeded.
Do I need to do it?
He's still going to ask that you do it, yeah. Because you're still going to be meeting people today. Okay. All of you, without getting hungrier, feel a very comforting heartbeat. You haven't heard in your bodies for a minute.
Feels normal.
You feel a little bit of warmth come to you. You feel certain organs start working again a little bit. Yeah, you feel a little better, or at least how you did before. All right, well, that's out of the way. We'll deal with your brother, or where is he now? I didn't see anyone when I came.
He went after JC. I don't know.
We'll deal with him when the time comes, then. Also, let that be a lesson. Be careful drinking blood from other vampires, as it can happen to you, too. You're a little bit more resilient to it. I noticed that when I tasted you.
Yeah. Does it like? Do we get like less hungry if we do that?
What do you mean?
I mean, like sometimes I feel like pretty hungry, and I felt pretty unhungry when I, at the house the other night, fed on a human, I guess.
I mean, feeding is the only way to get your hunger down. If you give your blood to a human, that doesn't make you any less hungry.
But if I fed from another vampire, does that do the same thing?
Yeah. I've been told that tastes even better. Quells the beast even more, especially if you drink from an older vampire, one with more potent blood. That's dangerous, though, because even if you're feeding from them against their will, sometimes their blood can take a hold of your mind. It's considered in a very, very poor form. But if you're put in a situation, or if you find a particularly vile kindred, drink away. I personally don't care for it.
If you kill a kindred, can you drain a kindred?
Yes, you can.
Do you get bloodbound if they die when you're done?
No, there won't be anything to be bound to. But it's an act called diablerie. If you drink from a vampire older, more potent, stronger than you, really the only way to make your blood stronger is to do that, to drain a more powerful kindred completely dry. Now, if they're well beyond your capabilities and you manage to somehow drain them, sometimes their blood will just replace your own. You'll lose your mind, and they'll have your body. But it takes a very, very powerful kindred to do that. But some kindred, like I said, look for the strong to drain them and become more powerful themselves. Y'all shouldn't be worrying about any of that right now. Understood?
Sure.
Under the old laws, that's considered a high crime.
The Camarilla, right?
That's right.
See, I'm learning.
Yes, you are. All right.
I guess we
We'll get you guys set up, and then I think after that, once you don't have your personal lives to worry about, well, you'll always have plenty to worry about, but it won't be, hopefully, an immediate issue. If you all got your story straight, we could start figuring out what the hell happened to you, and why, and who. I have some theories, but we'll get to that when the time's right.
Do the studio when you're like a recording studio.
No, not a recording studio. I'd have like
Oh, give it to
an
me.
art. I have like an art studio.
Oh,
I could buy equipment if Elijah is asking
Whoa.
me. If Elijah's asking me to bankroll his
But anyway,
shit.
I would change out them tracksuits. If you got other stuff here, look halfway normal.
Does your brother have a white hoodie?
And then when you're ready, you can stay here if you want. You can do this together. I'm assuming you want some times with your families.
Yeah, it sounds pretty good, man.
All right. Then you three, come with me. You gonna be okay here, or do you want to tag along?
I'll come.
All right. Okay. You guys get back in the van. It's just now getting dark. You guys woke up actually before the sunset. Seems like you're still close enough to your human forms to not be as beholden to the night-day cycle as some other kindred might be. Which is also curious that he arrived even before you woke up.
Dave Walker. The reason I asked is because I might use you as a scapegoat, or
Oh.
I'll move in with you this summer so we can record a solo album or something.
And
It
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
I can do sound.
we'll
sound
swing by your place first to drop you off. And Evelyn, if you want to go in with him.
It's up to you. You don't have to.
Yeah, I'll go.
Do you need any help from me?
It wouldn't work.
I mean, I still got some pills.
No, I know that's what you meant,
Oh,
but it wouldn't work
fuck.
because of
Yeah.
power.
I'm still not ready for
No,
this stuff.
I don't wanna try-
My bad, man.
Who are we hanging out?
Okay.
That's
So
nice, man.
you two are dropped off. Said I could pick you up, or I mean, you got cars or something?
I have a car here,
I have-
right?
Good, because I really don't want to be ferrying you around everywhere. Do what you need to do. It's up to you. If you need me to come in, if things get messy, and you need me to alter some perceptions, I can do that for you. My number's in all your phones.
Appreciate it, Jim.
Thank you, Jim.
Whatever you want to tell them. Like I said, there's people who know exist. If it's easier for you to just come out with it, that's on you. But they'll definitely be in some sort of danger.
Yeah, I don't want to do that, but I appreciate it.
All right, good luck. you two are dropped
I'll
off,
come back now.
and he'll start heading to Herb's house next.
No, Delilah's house.
Dolly was staying with you.
Oh, yeah, you're right.
Man, that ox is really kicking
Why
in
do
now.
I know that?
I totally forgot, man.
Okay.
It's been a while.
Yeah, vampire shit is
Yeah.
crazy. Gets you all messed up. man.
So, outside of your sister and brother-in-law's house, nice, modest place in the suburbs.
Okay, so story for disappearing for 2 days. And I have one.
What is it?
After everything that I escaped, I have a bad past that I don't know if you really know a lot about, maybe rumors, but I have a bad past, and I'm gonna lie to my sister and tell her I couldn't handle the stress of the situation, and that's where I disappeared to, back to that old group of people that I used to hang out with. And
Then why am I here?
I don't know.
I
I
assumed
said
you
it's
had a.
up to you,
Well, I
but
just.
I'll be using your house as a studio for the summer.
Yeah, you could
And
say.
since we survived together,
I got out.
we're sticking
maybe we-
together.
Yeah. Yeah.
She kind of knew I was moving out. I was supposed to get an apartment anyways, so this might work out fine. So you don't have to say anything.
Are
I know you're super
Oh,
into biting
Elijah?
family members, but please, not mine.
I'm gonna ignore that.
We're not joking about this yet.
Not there yet, bud, but give it 100 years, I guess.
We got it.
Are you good at lying?
No. No, I'm not.
You say up to where I would have reached out to you, or maybe you reached out to me, or something, and I'll help. Okay?
Sure. Sure. I like that.
I'm good at talking to people.
You are. I'm glad you're here. And I'll
Thanks.
walk away.
Okay. Having this quick talk out in front, you can see your sister's car. Her husband, Jake, his car's there. Your father's truck is there as well.
I'll grab him. More than anything, just remember that they're gonna be happy that you're not dead. And every time it feels like they're pushing too hard, remind them that you're not dead. Okay? And they'll just kind of lean into that, right?
I feel warm right now, right? You can hear my heart.
Yeah.
I'm alive. I'm good.
Relax.
I got this. I didn't expect to see my dad's truck here, though. Let's go in. I'll open the door.
Okay. You walk up, open the door. It is answered by a cute little boy. You see little Oliver answers up. He goes, "I knew it!" And he just grabs your
grab
leg.
Oliver.
Yeah.
I'll pick him up. Oliver. Ollie, how you doing, little kid? And I'll tussle his hair.
Oh, I'm fine. Everyone's freaking out. I told him you were fine too, though.
Of course.
Hey, dummies! And with this, you see your sister come in, and your sister's always together, always has it together. Very hardworking, very emotionally stable. You could tell you haven't seen her like this. She just looks drained. Her posture's different. And
I'm so sorry.
you just see relief wash over her.
With Ollie, I'll just go over there and go to hug her.
She'll come up and wrap you in.
I'm so sorry.
She immediately starts crying. You've not seen her cry in you don't know how long. She just holds you tight. She said, "I will kill you if you scare me like that again."
I didn't mean to.
And she,
honest.
holding you, just wipes her nose on your shoulder.
It's okay. I'm
Yeah.
here.
And you see Jake, her husband, who's away a lot for his job, comes in and he enthusiastically wraps you up.
Yeah.
He's definitely the more emotional one out of the two.
Yeah.
He's already crying too. And he pulls you in, and Oliver is just like, "I told you, they've been a mess."
Hey, come on. You're the smart one in the house, right, kid? Yeah, you are.
And you see your dad, Dale. Looking like the older for sure, but he's always looked a little old even for his age. He's a cup in his hand. He's just sort of standing in the doorway to the kitchen, looking at you. He nods.
Hey, Dad.
Son, this is such a relief. Jake goes, fuck, you're. And Oliver looks up excited. He goes, "No." I said, "Duck." Are you hungry? I will. We're getting ready to have dinner. I'll get started. You start explaining or not. I don't care.
Is it okay if I bring a guest?
Oh, yeah. They all look, not even noticing that this girl's right behind. Like, yeah.
This is my friend Evelyn. I went to school with her.
Oliver goes, "That's not your girlfriend."
No, she isn't.
And I shake my head and I
She's
say,
just a really
Pretty,
good
but
She is.
okay. And they're like, "Yeah, by all means, you're also you're okay too. Okay,
Yeah.
come in. Jake, what's your favorite meal?"
Don't put me on the spot like this. Mac and cheese.
Of course.
Is that your favorite meal or is that Elijah's?
Oh, Blood?
Oh, he starts stirring up a cauldron of blood for you.
How did you know?
Yeah, he goes in, immediately starts cooking your favorite meal. Everyone else sort of sits in the living room, happy, confused, still sort of getting the shakes a little bit, getting rid of it. Oliver seems really calm. He really seems like the whole time he knew you were fine. He wasn't worried about you. You're tough.
I'm gonna go to my dad and just put my hand out. You okay?
He kisses it. Yeah, he kind of pulls you in for.
I was say
for a
I'm
hat,
going
you know.
in. It's
Yeah.
really good to see you, Dad.
Yeah, it is. I wish the circumstances were different, but God, yeah, it's good to see you. Whoa, Chelsea's like, what happened?
To be honest, I don't remember a whole lot. I just remember getting out of it. And with my friend here. And maybe this is an after dinner talk. I don't want to Oliver. Is that okay?
Yeah, that's fine. Glad to have you back. But I swear to God.
Don't worry.
Oh,
I'm not gonna. I'm here.
good. Yeah. So you kind of have a halfway casual conversation. You can tell they're curious about it, but eventually she goes to help Jake in the kitchen. Oliver's just sort of playing his DS, hanging out with you, just filling you in on what you missed, which has only been a couple days, but he's acting like it's been a lot.
I'm there for the whole conversation.
Yeah.
I love it.
I'd offer to help in the kitchen.
Yeah, but they're happy to have it. Jake seems a little standoffish. Not standoffish, but he's like, I know how he likes his mac and cheese. You know what? That's fine. Yeah, you can help.
It's okay. I don't.
Sure, yeah. And he puts you to work too, helping out.
I'm just like
So
cutting
they
a
talk to
tomato.
you a little bit. With that, your dad said, "You mind stepping outside, talk a little bit."
Sure. Ollie, don't get in too much trouble. And go out with Dad.
Can't get more trouble than you are. And yeah, he grabs a couple beers, hands you one. I said, "Shit, I keep forgetting you're not." It's fine.
What does this taste like?
Yeah, just sort of sits outside. There's sort of a nice back area. It's a warm May evening. Sits with you. You know I'm not the best at these things.
That's okay.
I've been doing a lot of thinking, which also I'm not the best at. But I don't know. I got a lot of regrets. And thinking I lost you really had me lingering on some of them. I'm glad you're okay, first and foremost. I should be around more. I mean, we visit. I think what we have is good.
I think so. We
Now-
understand each other.
Yeah.
I understand you got the farm to run. It's fine.
Yeah. I feel like I'm just sort of using that as things are easier down there, you know.
That's why I liked it down there. That's why I stayed with you and not her.
Should go easy on your mother. I don't know. The world could get overwhelming. It definitely did for me and her. I like to think that life sort of chewed me up and spit me out, but never really stopped chewing on her. But me and her, I think, would be proud of what you've become, what you're going to become.
So you finally like my music?
I mean,
Yeah, it's fine.
it's good, and you're good. You're good at what you do. It ain't for me. I have what's it called? Good taste, but
All right, Dad.
a lot of people seem to like what you're doing. That's what matters. I mean, you've opened up a lot more choices than I had when I was your age. You know, I was the Marines. I tried to take away too many choices because I didn't know what to do with them. I feel like that happened to you a little bit, but You got a lot more opportunities than I ever did. Yeah. Thinking of you not pursuing them, I don't know.
Well, it's kind of funny you say that. I got a pretty good deal coming up.
Yeah?
In this career path I've chosen. And Evelyn,
Career path, excuse me.
hobby that I'm making.
No, I mean, yeah, I think it's awesome what you're doing, yeah.
But Evelyn, she comes from a great family and a wealthy family. And we've gotten a lot closer this school year. And
Whatever happened to Lily? She was a firecracker, but
she was. Me and Evelyn aren't like that. We're just friends. Lily is, you know how she is.
that girl, she's. I mean, I'm an old man, but
Okay.
she's a looker. I'd be scared
all
to have
right.
her around Lily, but that's on you. You're a braver man than I am.
Well, what I'm getting to is I have a chance to make something, and I think I'm actually finally taking that step to move out of here, let Chelsea and Jake and Oliver have their house back, and I'm gonna record something. She has a studio that I'll be able to professionally make something.
That's great. That's really great.
I was really nervous telling you guys. I don't know how Chelsea's gonna take it, but
Oh, wait, does this mean you're not going to school?
is there a school to go back to?
I mean, beyond this, I'm assuming they'll figure something out to. God knows they have enough money to make sure you guys get your high school diplomas. Year's about over anyway,
Right.
but you're not doing college anymore.
I don't think so. I think this is just.
I mean,
I have a chance, and I don't.
If this is
I
your
don't wanna
shot,
blow
take it. Absolutely. You'll regret it if you don't, and I want you to regret anything. Understand?
Thanks, Dad. That means a lot.
I'll clasp you on the shoulder, take a drink.
I'll take another drink. Well, I think dinner's about ready, right?
I hope so.
It's mac and cheese.
Yeah, it is.
Well, there's chopped up hot dogs in it.
He's swinging brawl strength. Yeah, you head inside with him. You see her in the kitchen with the rest of them. Dinner's ready. I sit down.
Any bite marks from my family? We're still not sure.
Yeah, you guys have a
Jordan
pleasant
wasn't here
meal.
to initiate anything, so.
And yeah, the meal goes fine. I assume during the course you would inform them about your intentions to move out, which Chelsea acts relieved. Thank God, finally. But you can tell she's a little sad.
Don't worry, I'll still be around. I'll be busy most days recording stuff, but I'll have some nights free. And if you ever need me to watch Oliver in the nights, me and him can. During just the nighttime though. No, just. I'm always available. Isn't that right, kid?
He goes, yeah.
We got a lot of catching up to do, right?
It hasn't been that long, but yeah, I'm cool with him watching.
Oh, really? Because on the couch you were talking. Never mind.
She goes, that's fine. That's fine. And you're letting him stay with you. Please don't let him cook for himself. If you have a nice place, he will burn it down.
That's probably true.
You're probably gonna have to clean up after him. There's the smell. You'll get used to it.
It's Axe body.
Yeah.
The thing is, the rooms, they're really far apart in a lot of the. So if I really wanted to.
Smart girl.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. I seem fine with it. Mostly just relieved that you're back.
Yeah.
Not really get into the details. They know you have some money saved up. Has a couple of sort of mini tours with the band that have been doing well. Sold some merch and stuff. You have enough to get on your feet. So people are sort of cleaning up. Chelsea pulls you aside. Says, you should let Mom know you're okay.
Yeah, I'll give her a call here shortly. I just wanted to see you guys first.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And next time stuff goes down like that, like, I want you to feel like you can come here to work through it, not run off with. Again, I don't want to know the details. You're here now.
Right.
I'm
No.
sure what you saw was horrific, but I can't imagine going through what you have. But like we're here for you. I want this to be a source of comfort, not whatever it is you're looking for.
No, I know, sis. I wasn't ever afraid to come back. I was just.
And you can stay here. Like, I'm not mad about your decision or anything. Like, if you feel like you need to move out, that's fine. But
I think for a little bit at least.
Okay.
And yeah, I never felt afraid to come here. It just it's kind of fucked up that what happened, and I just needed some time to, I guess, process it. I guess, but I'm on the right.
I get
path.
it. I've seen this before with you. I don't.
It's not.
You're
like
past that, you know. You've come a long, long way.
It's not like that. It's
Okay. I support you. I trust you.
thanks, Chelsea.
And worst case scenario, you fuck up, and it'll be a good example for Oliver of what not to do. So,
Trying to be that shining example for him.
if you want to clean up
I know the routine, and I'll start cleaning up.
and call her. Yeah, she'll go back to.
Have you heard from Lily at all? Did she try to contact you? Or anything?
Yes, she did. She's contact her too. She's a mess. She's fine. Pretty. Look like you got out without a scratch, pretty much. I guess a little bruised up. She's. I don't know.
Is she?
She's alive.
Okay.
Absolutely. She got pretty hurt in the fire.
Okay. I'll start cleaning up.
Okay. Do you make any phone calls or?
Not yet. Probably later in the night. No, because they're gonna. I forgot. Yeah, I'd call my mom, Monica.
Rings for a little bit. And she answers, "Hello." You're on a new phone.
Right.
The number she doesn't recognize.
Hey, it's me. It's Elijah.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
I'm
You're okay? You're okay.
I'm fine. I'm okay. I
God, I'm so happy to hear your voice.
I just talked to Dad and Chelsea.
Oh. That's good. That's good. Look, I'm gonna try to make it down there as soon as possible. There's a lot of things going on that are just out of my control, but I'll make up for it soon. I promise.
It's fine, Mom. Sorry.
No, it's
sorry
not.
for being.
I'm this. I felt like I lost you, and I can't even describe how that felt. I'll be down soon.
It's okay. Sorry for being a shithead son to you.
No, I deserve it. I should be there now. I'm a shithead mom, I guess.
No,
I'm trying to be better.
you have your own life. I understand. It's. I just wanted to call and let you know that I'm okay, and I just wanted to
Thank God you are.
apologize of how I
No.
treated you.
Just
Our last phone call.
I'm sorry. I deserve that and worse.
No, you
Thank
don't.
you. Thank you for being okay. Is this your new number? You have a new phone?
For the moment, I'm trying to get in. My phone got fucked up. I'm trying to find a better one, but for right now, this
Sure.
is.
I'll text you then. I'll call you. We'll get something set up. I'll try to visit soon.
Okay. All right.
I love you.
I love you too, Mom.
There you
Yeah. Hang that one up.
go. Okay.
Round 2. Fight. Lily.
I call Lily.
Maybe don't mention moving in with me in the first conversation you have with your girlfriend after you come back from the den.
Yep.
Like, and maybe not even the second time.
You know, you're ready
Yeah,
for
might be
that
a while.
boss fight.
Just get like your brawl checks ready.
Okay.
Just to.
I'll
See.
give her a call.
Okay. I'm gonna go tell Oliver about the mummies that live in my basement. He was actually really interested in that.
Yeah, you
So
probably like that.
Goes to
actually.
voicemail. Not surprised she's not the type to answer a random call.
Hey, Lil. It's me. Call me back when you can. Just want to make sure you're okay.
Okay.
Hang up.
All right. With that, you guys winding down the
It's me,
evening.
Even without the lid.
Starts getting a little late. You're having a great time telling Oliver stories. He's telling you about the mummies he saw before.
Isn't he the coolest kid ever?
I mean, you said it on the
Yeah,
way
it's
here.
like you didn't miss a beat. Everyone else is still, you could tell, there's the weird energy, but they're happy. Oliver honestly wasn't worried. He makes fun of them a little bit for being so worried, and
Sure.
it's like it's Uncle Elijah. What's gonna happen?
Yeah, I'll do some imaginary what we do. Always pretend that we're Avengers. what
Yeah.
have you.
After a while, he gets sick of all the talking, and he's ready to play. Chelsea lets him stay. It's a Sunday night. She lets him stay up a little bit later
Mhm.
after some fight. But okay. Then we pull up to Herb's house.
The bungalow.
How did you know?
He got some blood in his chin.
I think it's heroin, actually.
What is that?
Are you going with him, or otherwise you'll be the next stop, essentially? If you're okay doing your stuff alone, or do you want to stick together?
I mean, you don't have to. Probably not.
Yeah.
Honestly, you're good, Jordan. We'll catch up later.
Okay.
All right.
Look at me. Okay. You look normal.
That's good.
All right.
Okay.
All right. I would like to sneak down to the basement where my room is, where Delilah's most likely at.
Do you want to use your ability to move silently?
Yeah, I'd probably do that. I really don't want to run into my parents first, so.
Okay. Give me a larceny and this isn't really dex. Your silence. We'll do larceny. This is more of wits. You don't want to sneak around.
I do
break in.
have like stealth break-ins or would
Is there
larceny-
specialty?
Yeah.
An extra dice.
Okay. Let's do that instead. And then dex.
Mhm.
You said.
Larceny.
Am I still under effects of
That's still the blood in your body. Was that woman's
but
drug-laced blood?
I forgot it's their own stat. Okay.
No, it's wits, so it's still. Oh, your dex is okay. That's fine.
2 successes.
You gonna do a hunger?
Oh, you're right. Shit. Actually, I'll just reroll the whole thing because that doesn't make sense. I'll just reroll 1 right. 3 successes.
Okay. You move through, carefully open the door behind you, making no noise. You go through. Your parents are in the living room. Your mom's just crying. Dad's holding her. Your dad's on the phone. It sounds like asking for updates, or he seems pretty flustered and frustrated. You quietly pass them. Head to the basement where Delilah was staying with you. No sign of her. All of her things are there, though.
Shit.
It doesn't seem like she moved out. She's just not home. So let you'd assume.
I think I'd like wait here for a while and see if she shows up.
You wait for a while. She does not show up.
That's not good. Shit. Do I know her number off the top of my head? Alright.
Probably the one number. Actually, you're used to burners. You're used to having to know a few numbers. I'm sure you have her number memorized.
Alright, I'll kind of open up the phone, just kind of quietly try to call her.
Yeah.
Quiet voice.
It says it's not a valid phone number.
Fuck.
This number's been disconnected or it's not available.
Okay, hang up. Okay. Shit. Alright, I want to slip back outside.
Okay.
And then kind of go up to the front door of the house.
Okay. You go. You knock on the door.
No, I mean,
Just
it's my
walk in.
house.
Yeah. And you know.
I mean,
You got the key.
Yeah.
I know where the hide key is.
Yeah.
A little frog.
Yeah, I kind of open up the front door and just kind of say, I don't even say anything. I kind of just slowly walk in, just like bracing myself a bit.
Yeah. It's getting a little later. They're getting ready for bed. Your mom's in like a nightgown and walks through the hall and looks and sees you and keeps walking, and then comes back and flutters and faints.
Ah, shit.
Then you hear "honey," and you hear Dad coming.
Yeah, I
in.
kind of call it, Dad, it's all right.
Yeah, he comes around the corner. You see like fists up as he sees a person there, and then they just come into a hug.
Hey, Pops.
Oh my
How's it-
God!
Yeah.
Oh, fuck your mom. And he goes, he helps her up, and after a little bit, he goes, "Yeah, you're what? Oh, oh! If she ever wakes up, she's gonna be so happy. I'm so happy.
Yeah.
Where have you been, young
Yeah.
man?
You know what? I'm going to be honest with you.
That would be great.
We were out partying, you know, it was prom night. And we were at that school party thing, but I got a little bit too fucked up, and me and Delilah kind of got in a bit of a scuffle, and you know Ricky, me and Ricky, we went, oh, okay, you know Ricky, it's fine. Me and him, we went, we kind of pieced out,
You're telling me while
we were,
we thought you were dead, you were.
we bailed on
on
the
a bender?
party, yeah.
I know what that means.
Well, we just took a road trip, you know, and when I found out what happened, I didn't even know what would happen. Is Delilah all right? She had my phone, too, in her bag and shit, so. I mean,
I am so angry with you, Mr.
I mean, as soon as I found, I didn't have my phone. How would I have known what happened? And we were just going to Columbia to visit a
I'm
friend
glad
who
you're
graduated
okay.
a year ago.
I'm very relieved. Your mother's gonna be relieved.
I'm sorry. I didn't mean to like disappear, make you guys worry. That's
No,
why
no,
I came back.
Thank you for coming back, I guess.
No,
Eventually, your mother's eyes sort of flutter awake. And she just gets up, he helps her up, and she wraps you in. He was drugging, it's fine. And they both just sort of hug you and hold you. And he goes, hey, I'm glad you're okay.
yeah, I'm real sorry. I mean, if I had known what happened, I would have been back sooner. I promise. I didn't mean to worry you guys.
It's fine. Just thank you for being okay. Mom's just crying. Your hair's getting a little wet from her. Yeah. He just says, there was the fire. So many kids dead.
No,
There's a serial killer on the loose.
I know it's kind of real shitty for me to just disappear like that. I get it.
I don't like the language, but I agree with you.
Yeah.
But I'm glad you're okay.
Sorry.
Delilah, she was a mess. She thought you were dead.
Oh god. Yeah. I mean,
She
I didn't
came
really
here,
tell her when I
she-
left, so that makes sense.
I've never seen her like that. I couldn't control her. I don't know what happened. She left, drugged out of her mind, and I haven't seen her since Friday night. Haven't heard from her. We've tried calling her. We've tried checking in on her. Apparently, your number's disconnected now. I don't know.
Yeah, I tried to call her. I picked up a new phone. Oh, by the way, I'll just dial him real quick. Okay, it's my new number.
Yeah, I know the drill.
Sorry. Fuck. Yeah,
We're glad you're home.
I'm super glad you guys are okay. I don't know why you guys wouldn't be okay, but
Emotionally, we're not, but physically, yes.
I get it. We've been in a car all day though, so shit.
Yeah, that must be rough for you.
Yeah, yeah. Sorry.
It's fine. Do you want anything to eat? Are you okay?
No, I'm super chill. But I really should probably try to go find Delilah.
Okay.
I just want you guys to know, I care about you guys.
Please just call
Thank-
before you go on a road trip or something.
I mean, I would have. I totally forgot my phone was in
It's
her
fine.
bag.
It's fine.
You know how I'm forgetful and stuff.
You always seem to spring up. Thank you.
Well, I love you guys.
I love you too.
Both of you.
Your mom just as finally so much. Very emotional.
Love your parents.
Yeah. Thanks, guys.
Because my boy.
I'm just gonna grab a few things.
So this is why he goes on road trips. Come on. And she pulls her off a little bit. Okay, we'll see you tomorrow. Obviously, I won't have school, but they haven't really decided what they're gonna do about everything. But
Yeah, that's fine.
we'll deal with that later.
If I don't come back tomorrow, I'm probably out looking for Delilah. Don't worry, just call me.
Okay.
I'll let you know.
Okay.
If I come back, I come back. You know what I mean? It's just. You know what I mean?
We'll take
I'll
what we
be
can
fine.
get. We know the drill.
You know what I mean?
You do
Alright,
not deserve your
it's good.
parents. Fuck.
Okay.
Yeah, I go downstairs,
Cancer in the Himalayas.
pick up a few things, just kind of change clothes into something that's
Yeah.
more
More
natural.
herb-like.
Go upstairs, find a Star Crunch, like chew it and spit it out in the trash can.
Yeah.
Peace out.
Okay. Yeah, you grab your car. Oh, where are you going?
I'm gonna. So Delilah, she's not really chill with her family, so I assume she's not there. Probably like mutual friends, other drug dealers I know.
Okay. You stop by mutual friends who's pretty close, and yeah, they haven't heard from Delilah either. After asking around, someone knows that she is home actually. She went on a pretty bad. She thought you were dead. She lost her mind a little bit. Things got bad. She wound up in the hospital, where her parents collected her. No one's heard from her since. And her parents are. Delilah comes from a very wealthy family. Her dad, also a lawyer, though a corporate lawyer, not like a traffic lawyer like your dad. Her dad cannot stand you for many obvious reasons. And was also pretty unreasonable. I mean, Delilah's definitely not the best kid, neither are you, but he's pretty unreasonably strict with her.
All right. Yeah.
You wouldn't be surprised if, after a stunt like that, she's sort of on house arrest in a way.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Do I know like what floor her room is on?
Mm-hmm.
So like
Yeah, she has a second story. All the bedrooms are on.
second story
Second
house
story.
kind of
Mhm.
thing. Fuck. All right.
Probably got through that one.
I'm gonna go there though, for sure.
Sure. You also know they have like motion sensor lights. Like it's
Shit.
not the easiest. You haven't probably really tried to sneak in. She sneaks out. Now it's impossible, but you know that they got the works as far as they have a very nice house mansion out in Chesterfield with
Yeah.
the works.
Yeah. No. I'm gonna try anyways.
Okay. You activate your ability again.
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm gonna kind of try to take a wide path. Try to just scope out where the lights would be if I were making them, stuff like that.
So your dex is where you have your breaking in. Where's your
stealth,
specialty? Oh, stealth.
break-ins.
Breaking's more of a larceny thing.
We can move it. It's
yeah,
fine.
let's move that over.
It's the same thing. I got 1 dot in
All
larceny.
right, perfect.
Or do you have a car or a scooter?
No, I definitely have a car.
2 scooters.
It's like a.
Taped together.
Sure.
No.
I just imagine this.
Okay, so yeah, do larceny with your specialty being break-ins. Larceny and this would be wits. You're trying to do a quick rundown of where things are, try to get a feel of the place. For dating this girl as long as you have, you've rarely been in her house for good reason.
You're hungry, dude.
Hunger.
Oh fuck! I keep fucking forgetting.
That was a good.
Yeah, you're a hungry boy.
I know. Real hungry.
Rolling's hard.
Herbs come to life, man.
So that's 3 successes.
Okay.
Pretty good.
Stake it out. You can see where some of these lights are set up. They have cameras too that you could spot. Hard to spot, but they're there. Some are more obvious, probably on purpose than others. But so you're trying to essentially climb to get to the second story.
Yeah.
You definitely have to take this from the backyard because the neighbors are going to see anywhere else. And you managed to make it to the house without setting anything off. You found a corner that is a little bit of a blank spot between the obvious entrances. You find yourself in some of the bushes. And I mean, this isn't meant for climbing. It's going to take some...
Alright. Can I see your window from here?
Yeah.
I'm gonna like 80s movie it, pick up some rocks and kind of like.
Sure. You have a rock in. Yeah. Toss a couple. Hit the window. You wait a few moments. Eventually you can see her hair is a mess, completely disheveled. What does Delilah look like?
She's like pretty average sized girl. She's got brown hair that was kind of in these kind of messy white person dreads.
Mm-hmm.
She wears big horn rimmed glasses. That's what she looks like.
Okay. You barely recognize her.
So she doesn't look like that.
Well, I mean, you see her face, but her dreads have been shaved off. She's not wearing her glasses. She looks sort of squinting out the window, just the energy drained from her. She just sort of looks out the window, sort of sees you, and her eyes get big a little bit. She just puts her hand against the window. She looks, so many emotions at once. It's like she's stuck. You're not sure. It's joy, it's confusion, you're not sure. It's like her brain can't quite process. She's just staring out at you. Just a mixture of a sadness too. And then she comes to a little bit, and you see her go in to her room. Like wait, and
Okay.
she goes in.
Yeah, I just kind of duck down and try to be quiet. Still.
You wait a few moments, a little longer than you would think it would take her to come out, but maybe she's trying to be sneaky, so it makes sense. A moment later, the back door opens to their large patio area. I'm sure there's a pool and whatnot back there. She steps out. You can tell she's in like pajamas, even though it's pretty early in the evening. She just looks, I'm sorry. And her dad steps up behind her. And you can see her dad is not to be fucked with. He's got a lot of dad energy.
Straight brawl.
Fuck.
He is very well built. Plenty of time to work out. Dark tanned, a little bit leathery skin. This dude vacations a lot. You could tell he's had a lot of beers on a lot of beaches.
Is it dad energy or DILF energy?
Hey.
Almost too scary for a DILF. Unless you're into that, then it's mega DILF energy. Yeah, just thin lips, a scowl, short
Likes
hair.
the DILF when she sees.
I kind of do one of these things. I'm like, hey, Mr. Stevenson. Sorry, come here so late. I just was worried about.
This, he points to you and her, it's fucking done. Get the hell out of here before I call the cops. And I'm not calling them to arrest you. I'm calling them to put you in a body bag after I smear your ass all over this yard.
Hey, Mr. Stevenson, it's not like that at all, man. I just like.
Get the fuck out.
All right.
Should have done the world a favor. Burned with all your other junkie friends. Get the fuck out of here.
Oh God. Hey, Delilah, babe. I'm sorry.
Go inside. And she sort of flinches, looks at you and him. Go inside. And she very reluctantly just looking at you for anything, any reason not to.
I look at her. I say, you don't have to listen to him. Oh God.
If you don't want to see me beat the fuck out of your piece of shit former boyfriend, you'll go inside. She goes, don't. He just looks at her. And she was stalling, but starts very slowly shuffling towards.
Delilah, let's fuck him. Let's go. Let's get out of here.
God, I've been waiting for this. And he starts approaching you. He has the dad walk going, and you're in the bushes, just looking over, and he's just fucking walking across towards you.
I back away. I try to keep distance. Just kind of say, we can just leave Delilah. We don't need to put up with his bullshit. He can't control you.
And you can see the mom was sort of in the back, too. She's sort of looking from the door, and she's like, come on, honey. And she's sort of pulling Delilah back in. And Delilah's yelling no now, and the dad's about fucking on you, unless you do something.
Brain him.
Oh shit.
We're laughing because we're nervous.
Bitch.
I guess.
Remember what we did when we were nervous?
I punch him.
Give me a strength brawl as you're going toe-to-toe with dad.
That's the worst thing you could have said.
If I only have 1 point, I just rolled a hunger.
Just roll that hunger, baby.
Oh.
Oh,
Success.
I got 4. That's 3 superficial damage. As you muster up, you're not a violent dude, but you're out of options. You go to swing. He catches your fist easily and just starts boom, boom, just starts rhythmically punching you in the fucking face. You could tell you had enough, and he's just sort of holding you as you're stunned a little bit. Actually, what did I say? So 3 superficial, so you round that down, and you'll take. So round it up or down. What did I say on my damage sheet there? It was important because you might die from that.
It's important because you might die.
No. It's rounded up, so you take 2 superficial damage. God, I didn't have enough battle music ready. Yeah, so he's sort of holding your fist up. He just starts punching you.
Buffett.
Yeah, you had enough?
I kind of go limp, and I kind of look up at him, and
Austin.
I spit in his face, blood, and I said, "You can't control her, you fucking fascist."
Do you want to try to defend yourself?
Yeah.
So, I think there's like a defense.
There is.
You want to do that?
Yes, I do.
So
It's
do
like a dodge.
Dex athletics.
Hashtag big dad energy. Hashtag you fucking fascist.
Daddy Fash.
Should
No,
I
not
like?
that.
Can I blood surge?
Yeah. Oh, that's another thing.
God,
You
what's
can blood
happening?
surge. I believe. What is it? A rouse check? And
Yeah,
then
it's
you
a
add
1
dice.
rouse check, and
At your potency, you'd add 1 die.
I'm gonna gain hunger for that.
Get a little hungry, but you got an extra dice.
He's looking real leathery. Real beef jerky.
All right, so you said it's
Nice.
Dex plus 11. Still 1.
Do you have any will?
Still 1?
Oh, I could will. Yeah, I'm gonna will these 2.
Okay.
Can't re-roll blood.
Oh, you're right. So that's an automatic fail. Shit, that's probably still better than not though. All right.
Sorry.
So 1 check, one save.
So you take 1 more point of superficial damage.
Get the fuck forward.
As you spit on him. He doesn't even wipe it off. He just, again, this dude, he's like, he's punching to maim you. He's not just like brawling. He has you, and these are just
purposeful, just fucking rocket punches. If you were a human, you would be out by now. You could tell he's a little surprised, starting to breathe a little heavy from just beating your face in, surprised that you're still even conscious.
Yeah, I'll just kind of crumble to the ground
All right.
as much as possible.
Yeah, he lets you down. He spits back at you. Fucking piece of shit, junkie. Stay away from my daughter, you understand? Calling the cops. You could be here or not, I don't give a fuck. And,
As he turns around, I want to start to like get up to like a knee and look up at him and say, "You fucking fascist! You think this is why she doesn't love you, right?" And I start to run.
give me a Dex Athletics.
Remember, this takes place in Missouri.
The rouse
They do
happens
have
for
a
the whole
gun.
scene, right? Or is it just once?
No, that's for every roll.
Get up on one.
Yeah,
knee,
so it's a whole scene,
say
right?
something proud
So,
and run.
I don't think for rousing the blood, for the getting an extra die.
yeah, I'm not sure. I
Blood
can't
surge?
remember.
Blood surge.
My favorite flavor of surge.
No, once per roll,
Not
so you have to do
like
it each
blood
time.
surge.
All right, I just run.
I'm into it.
Okay.
Let's do it. 1 success.
He fucking chases you down and just
Oh.
trips you, and you just go sliding in the dirt. You don't take any damage, and he goes, and you just feel his foot on the back of your head. He said, "I will stomp your fucking face into my fertilizer."
You fucking kill me, you're fucking lose your daughter forever, you fucking fascist pig.
Do you even know what that? God damn it. Give me a. You could do persuasion, charisma, or manipulation if you'd like. He does have in his way, has his daughter's interests in mind. You're appealing then to that sense of.
Can't roll for shit. I'm gonna use another willpower. Five.
5? Okay. You can feel your face getting pushed in a little more as he leans in on his foot. Don't show your face here again. I shouldn't even recognize you next time you come here. He starts walking away.
Alright, I get in my car.
No. What are you gonna say before you get in the car?
Say one more thing.
Okay.
Out the window.
You get in your car.
Fascist.
And with that, the Jim will be driving you through the city, across the river, to the Coven Club. And that is where we will take our final break. We'll pick things up with our girl Jordan. After that,
The Coffin Club.
Joico.
Can we keep that? Like,
Okay. So after visiting your father, your sister, her family, with Evelyn, letting them know your plans and that you're safe. Herb, your family now knows you're safe. Thought you're on some drug trip. Happy you're alive. Though you visited Delilah, who's now seems stuck at her parents' house as her dad beat your ass in the yard and sent you packing. And now, can only go up from here. We go to Jordan.
Being driven the furthest, driven across the river, past that looming arch, to a little rundown town called East St. Louis, where you're going to pick up your new identity, essentially, that Jim has worked out. As you've decided to let Jordan be dead, he'll now be known as something else. You pull up, it's still kind of early in the night for this all-night establishment. The Coven Club, or just the Coven, that's really what it's called. He says, I'll head in with you, talk to this guy, get everything worked out. He's not trustworthy, but he's good at what he does. Your new identity should be set and whatnot. You got a plan for anything else?
Kinda. I've, my connections at my job, and we're a pretty tight group, so.
All right, well, let's wing it.
All right.
And he heads in with you, as this is also your place of work. In there, not a lot of people here. The early crowd. Some of the workers there who see you don't seem to really be surprised by seeing you or not. None of them would know who you really are outside of this place anyway. None of them really care. So it's not like they'd be thinking you were missing or something was wrong with you. They just see you showing up again. You walk in. The owner, Adam. This is a family establishment, actually. His mother started it until she passed, and he now runs it. Sort of a younger African-American guy. Pretty easygoing, has a really good relationship. A pushover, which the girls like. But he's not the one you'd really go to if there was a problem, but they're more than capable of taking care of themselves, so it's not an issue. He sees, you're working today? I thought you.
No, I just came to stop by, see a couple people.
Okay, yeah, sure. And he goes back and just having a conversation with someone. And you go to, you can see sitting by the stage is, it's May, but there's a mousy dude with a really thick, big beanie on, and a hunch. The dancer, though he's one of the only people up there, still doesn't really seem keen on getting too close to him. Jim's not there. There's that mousy motherfucker. Let's get through this. And they go. And you take a seat on either side of him. And you can see this dude is ugly. Small, beady eyes, sort of an angular, weathered face, where it's impossible to tell his age. He seems sort of youngish, especially he's dressed pretty immaturely, wearing like a graphic tee and a beanie. But his face looks worn, not really aged, just rough. Said, weird beady eyes. This beanie's pulled like low, you can't even see his eyebrows. He's not wearing it right. And so there's a bit of a hunch. He looks over. Goes, hi.
Hey.
You must be the one formerly known as Jordan.
You're right.
Thanks to me.
Thanks.
No, I'm not saying thank me. I'm just saying
No, I know. But thanks.
Okay, yeah, you probably want to see the stuff. It was a last minute thing, but it got it all taken care of. Sort of looks over to Jim, looks to you.
whatever. I think this was your thing, Jim, but whatever. And he goes, it ain't like that. He goes, really? How did you become
Freak accident. Fires. You know.
fire? It does the opposite. It doesn't. He goes, she's one of mine. He goes, look. Sure. So, and he pulls out a brown manila envelope, hands it to you, and you look in. You have some documents in your new name, which will be... Do you want this to be JoJo, or do you want an entirely different
Do Evelyn.
identity?
Seymour.
Seymour what?
Miss Petty Dreadful.
I don't know how far we need to go away from my original name. I hadn't thought about it a whole lot, to be honest.
That's fine. Your new identity with your new name, to be determined, is given to you. It all looks very legitimate, very good. And he says, and Jordan Quick is officially deceased. His body was discovered among the rubble this morning. Shame.
The body discovered amongst the rebel thing, like...
If you're going to ask, don't let me do my job. You guys want me asking questions about you, don't ask questions about me. You just know the job is done. And because the job is done, Jim is sort of, yeah, I owe you. Good. He said, look at it. It ain't what it looks like. She's smarter than she looks. I just need help with my research, and she seems like a pissy little teenager, but she's quick, and he, I get it, like, no, not the fucking pun, just, are we done here? He says, sure. I am, since you didn't introduce me, my name is Low-Key, because I keep things low-key, and also, people say I tend to have a resemblance to a certain Mr. Hiddleston. I'm sure you can see it, right?
Is that a brawl?
Yeah.
No.
That was the first
Yeah.
two.
I can
You're
see
lying, and I like it. Okay, if you need anything, ask around, and I'll probably find you. I
Do you
like
want
helping out licks. Here? No.
Okay.
But here and there, sure. Like I said, you're new. You don't have the best sire. No offense. If you want to know the ropes, the real ropes,
Are you?
am I... Oh, I mean, yeah. Yeah, very much so. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So are you gonna... So it points to the stage. I guess that'd be weird. I'll go. Endless. Oh, yeah. Anyway, see you around, maybe. Need anything, low key. But keep it on the low key.
Yeah.
He goes. Jim, this,
I found
I
a BB
fucking hate that guy.
He's just a better version of Noah.
He seems
Great.
Noah's
like a
dead.
mix of
Long
you
live
and
Loki.
Noah.
He's very useful. Don't fucking trust him though, and don't take him up on that offer. Everything comes with a price among goddamn kindred. Him doubly so. But again, I'm not really involved in the politics of the city. I don't know a lot of people. Everyone knows him, and he's quick. He's good. It's weird, but I do trust that you should be fine. I mean, that stuff, that'll, from what I understand, you'll pass a background check, and it's for law enforcement, stuff like that. You're set. And everything should be pretty convincing for the old you to be I'll know what you go looking for. So, anything else you need to do here, or need my help with anything?
I need to see someone. Do you mind to wait for a few?
Yeah, I would. I mean, you work here, from what I understand.
Yeah.
I mean, no judging, that's fine. But I'll let you know. This is that one. He points to Adam, who's at the bar. Not a bartender, but he's there, just sort of watching over. That's a ghoul, for sure. Smelt it as soon as I walked in.
Well, that explains a lot.
I want to ask. So yeah, this. I don't know. I'm getting kindred vibes for sure. So.
That makes. Is it comforting or I don't know?
Depends on the kindred. I tend to avoid our kind. Again, they're always looking for something. They always got an ulterior motive.
How do you tell? Do you just kind of know?
No. The signs. I personally practice a certain art that makes it a little easier for me to tell than other people.
How?
If you're interested in learning, I sure don't have the time to teach you. I could, I'll give you a quick lesson. Not here, but there's ways. Usually it helps to actually have some of their blood, like what I did with y'all.
Like the blood test or whatever?
Yeah, but I mean, going asking for people's blood's a little hard. There's other ways to tell. I mean, you know the signs. If they're good at blush of life, as they call it, it might be a little harder to tell, but I mean, you, from what I understand, can make people forget. Sometimes it's nice to just come out and ask. And if they don't know what you're talking about, conversation never happened. Don't go crazy with it, but...
Sometimes they forget a lot of stuff for a while, right?
Do what?
Yeah, we'll talk about it on the ride home.
Yeah.
I'll just be like 15 minutes. Enjoy the show. Or the...
Not that there's anything wrong with it.
No, just, or the drinks or whatever you enjoy in life. The Bachelor's kind of... I'll be back.
Well, this might be a little too much information, but once you get as old as I do, kindred speaking, it takes a lot to get that shit working again. It ain't worth it.
Like
I can't drink either. Really got no purpose of being here. I'm sorry, I'm sharing a lot. You take care of your business. I'm uncomfortable.
Very sad.
No, it is
Young
actually
person.
liberating. Again, I'm going to go meditate.
Yeah, I'm gonna go do. Anyway,
There you go.
I like walk back into the dressing room areas.
Sure.
I say hi to the girls that I recognize.
A couple of the regulars are there. Scarlett is not there, but she usually doesn't work this night. Probably the top three that run this place are Scarlett, Cinnamon, and Silk. They definitely have the run of the place. Those three are very close. Scarlett being a little bit of the ringleader. None of them are here though.
I would, if they're not here, then I would leave Scarlett a note, maybe at like her dressing table or an area that I know, like,
Sure.
I mean, it's their stuff, then people won't touch it.
Mm-mm.
It's kind of their shit.
Yeah.
I would leave her a note and trying to think of something good, but I can't think of anything.
What's the gist of what
just,
you want to
just
leave?
that I'll be around soon.
Okay. Good. You hang out, you talk to anyone else?
I just kind of say hi to everyone as if I'm just regular me. I'm gonna make a move that's a little ballsy for myself.
Okay.
Without Scarlett being there, I'm gonna approach Adam about, picking up a little more work as a dancer rather than just one of the waitresses.
If you, I'll have to talk. I'm the owner. I don't have to talk to anyone, but it'd be rude if I didn't run it by the rest of the girls. But you've got the goods. I don't see why not.
I've been learning from Scarlett. She's given me a lot of pointers with dealing with people, not just
She's good at that.
the dancing.
She's
and
good at
stuff,
that.
So.
Do you? Yeah, and we'll talk about this. Your availability right now hasn't been the.
Open.
Okay. Yeah. Yeah. Is there anything else you need? It's weird that you're here today.
No, we just finished up classes and I want to make some money.
Here's the place to do it.
Is there anything else I need to do? Do I need to follow up with Scarlett or any of the other girls?
Yeah, I'll talk to them next time you're in. We can have a sit down, go over it.
All right. See you in a couple days then.
Okay.
Good to see you, Adam. Stop acting so weird. I'm super excited about this.
Yeah, there's just something different about you.
I think I'm pretty good than last time.
That's it. That's it.
It's the eyelashes.
All right.
Mascara.
It's confidence.
Okay. All right. See you around.
Alright. Grab Jim. We quickly exit to our car.
Look, I feel bad about that weird conversation we had earlier. We just pretend it didn't happen. All right, cool.
These-
Everything okay in there?
Yep, there. Great, cool. That's what they are in there.
Great and cool. That's great and cool. So what's your plan for moving forward? Where are you going to stay? What are you going to do?
So there's always Evelyn's place.
There
I
is.
think I kind of fucked things up a little bit with the brother situation for a hot hour or so. But assuming that smooth itself out, I think I'm okay there. But Jim, I have a feeling that a couple of lead girls might be a little bit more than human.
The girls here?
Yeah. They've had my back on a couple pretty sketchy situations.
That could be good or bad. They could be
I owe them, but they could also help me.
that sort of currency to our kind, owing each other.
Yeah.
Like
I don't
owe
like it
that
either.
goddamn Loki now.
Low-key.
Be
I'm not
careful.
s- I'm
Especially
not-
if they've been looking out for you since before this happened, which
Yeah.
they have since this just happened. There's always another motive.
For sure. I just like having my options. Not being me and being seen with
Are they here
someone-
now?
No. I looked for them.
Do you want me to find out for sure?
Yes. Yeah.
Let's head back in. You working in the vampire dens? I don't know if I feel right about it. Come on.
Shouldn't it be safest?
Nope.
Okay. All right.
Hey, another cover charge.
He heads in with you. And he says, "Excuse me, sir," to Adam. And he makes eye contact with him. Can we talk to you privately for a moment about this young lady's career. He nods and he sort of steps to the side. And he says, again, makes eye contact with him. Who here's a vampire? And he goes, oh, Scarlet, Cinnamon, Silk. What's the situation here as far as other kindred all and about? And he goes, oh, actually, they're fine with it. And if you're talking about Jordan, I think they were talking about turning her anyway, so. Interesting. Do you happen to know any allegiances or whatnot? He goes, I mean, they just look out for each other, as far as I can tell. This is a safe place for their kind. And then he sort of blinks a little bit, and he goes, oh, fuck. Did you, Jess? He goes, yes, I did. Happens all the time. Fuck. Don't tell them I told you. They're gonna know. Okay, it's whatever.
Adam, it's why we love you, to be honest, so don't break a sweat over it.
Okay. I mean, now it's out in the open, though. Yeah, they like you.
Scarlett's literally protected me here, so.
Yeah. You should just be open with them.
Yeah.
Who? You? And he goes, yeah. She's mine. Well, mine in the sense of, I mean, I turned her.
Out for me a lot.
Cool. Makes things interesting. Are you going to be staying here as well?
Him?
No, he's talking to you.
I just asked you about furthering my.
Oh, so that was actually furthering that. I thought
no.
you were talking about that stuff, because they usually stay here.
What?
They live here.
No.
I hope not.
No, I mean.
I keep it locked back there.
No, I mean. I just knew things were stranger than they seemed in the.
Okay, I run a pretty normal establishment.
No,
excuse
not that.
you.
I just knew. Never mind. Anyway.
Yeah, God,
I'm-
I'm telling you
I-
a lot right now. Talk to them.
Are they
They'll fill you
here?
in. No, they actually are not here now. You
Can
just
you-
missed them.
Give them a real communication other than like some shitty scribbled note in a drawer in their dressing room.
Yeah. I'll let them
Okay.
know. I'm sure they'll be interested to speak to you.
Yeah. I think Scarlett might have more of an inkling about the situation than I even did before just now. But I'll be scheduled for what, the Friday?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, I'll
Friday and Saturday, yeah.
I'll come in a little bit earlier and we can hash things out and then see kind of.
Not too early, because you can't.
Yes, okay. Thank you. You're an excellent boss. You follow the rules to a T. But thank you.
No, unless of the rules, I mean, you can't if it's day out.
You're so knowledgeable.
I will see you Friday.
See you. I'll see you Friday night. All right, I think we have enough.
Yep. This is, sorry about, and he just, literally happens all the time. Looks so bummed about that. So, oh, I don't feel as bad then. Jim walks out with you, and you head back. I assume you guys would reconvene at your place? Unless there's something else you guys would like to do in the meantime.
I would like to just pack my car with like
Your stuff?
gears, yeah, the guitar and stuff, and clothes.
Herb would
Tracksuit.
definitely head back
You
home
would have like a nice.
and pick up his computer, take a rev lens for the short time being.
Okay.
And probably some extra clothes.
Okay.
Yeah.
On the drive home, I would like to talk to Jim further about acquiring further information about my new persona and what assets come along with that.
Yeah, looking through, your persona is essentially, I mean, you could start a whole new life with it. You can, like, apply for things. You could be officially, like, own stuff and all of that. It's very legit. It's got its own social security. It's not just like a fake ID. It's
Yeah.
it's a whole
person,
package.
yeah.
Mhm.
So with my trust fund
Mhm.
from
Your
the
parents'
my
death.
parents' death, how easy is that to access through this?
The money's already been moved.
Okay.
So whatever was in Jordan's name has been moved to
Okay.
a new person's name.
Is that going to upset my foster mother at all? Is that going to be any signal to her? Is there going to be anything she recognizes that I should be worried about? Smoothie.
Jim's not sure. He said, I mean, Loki's good. I'm sure he covered his tracks somehow. I mean, it might be at the detriment of your foster mother or whatever, but it's not going to come back to you.
So it might be something that I need to check in on at some point
No.
for her sake.
I mean, did she live off of that? Did she plan on?
No,
Oh,
but
then.
I just don't want it to. I don't know. Shit. I don't know. I didn't even graduate high school yet.
You think I did? I did. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know how all that bank and stuff works. I don't have one.
All right. Well.
Haven't had one for a while. I would trust that everything's fine.
Okay.
I
won't.
Yeah.
I'll keep.
If you
I'll keep
hear
my
anything
fingers on
weird
the
about
pulse.
it, I can contact him again and we can get details. Otherwise, I'd be fairly confident. He's very good at this.
Okay.
It's probably the only reason he's still around. So squash his little head in.
Because I'm gonna need some new shoes soon. But well, we don't. It's not. I'll order them on
Shoes?
Amazon. Well, let's just go back.
What's wrong with the shoes you got?
We're not sponsored by
I'm going online shopping.
Yeah, I mean, I hear that's all the rage.
Interwebs.
Go crazy. Be careful on the internet.
The interwebs. You just might get killed. I don't know.
No, I'm saying they look for us there.
What?
You start talking about stuff. You start asking questions. They will. That's a quick way for them to find
Stripper
you.
heels?
Do what?
Heels?
Oh no, they're not looking for. I mean, kindred, but yeah, buy your shoes.
Okay.
Shit. It was on the radio. It was on the radio.
It's just
You know what?
static.
You're not really like children, right?
No,
'Cause
I
you
don't.
seem like you're very bad at like children aspect.
Children, how
These
many
weird
parents talk to their
conversations.
kids about stripping? that ain't in the fatherhood playbook. I don't got a problem with it. Look, you're doing great, sweetie.
Just us packing.
You're supposed to say that, I believe.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I don't
I'm good
really
at
have a
dealing with
dad either,
adults.
so-
I'm good at dealing with people who know what the hell they're doing. And you
You're
seem
not.
like one of them, honestly. I know this is new to you, but I mean, you got a good head on your shoulders, I could tell. You'll be all right. And you can...
What clan are you?
Me? I'm Tremere. We'll get into that. I think my clan has a lot to do with what happened to you guys.
That's exciting.
It ain't.
Yeah.
think the whole kindred thing's confusing. Let you learn about goddamn thaumaturgy. But yeah, we'll get to that. For now, let's get you guys together. I'm putting a few more things in place, and I think by tomorrow night, I'll be ready to come to you guys with a solid plan. I'm assuming you're curious as to know what happened to you.
As a cat.
All right. Yeah, eventually.
On the drive, I want to talk to that one.
Oh, good. I want to talk to you.
Okay.
You do first, though.
No. Oh, you? Okay. Just want to say thanks for back there. I know we weren't super close in high school or anything, but you didn't have to do any of that. And
I mean,
just thanks.
of course, dude.
Like,
Of course.
I guess we're kind of stuck together. You, me, Herb, and Jordan. I hope she never changes that name. I love that name so much.
It really fits her so well. Yeah, no, of course. I mean, we lost everybody we were close to in high school, so it doesn't really matter. I mean,
Not everybody.
not everybody. You have Lily.
Yeah, I don't know how that's.
Just
I have some money saved up. I might just get my own apartment, and I feel like if we're all together at your place, we're safer. But I can't imagine the rage Lily would have if I moved into your house after almost dying. So
I mean,
might just buy a studio apartment just for the.
do you have enough money to buy an apartment you don't live in?
Yeah, Van was doing pretty well, and there's some stuff I can't really get into that not even really knows about. But
Like secret shit?
what I wanted to say was just thanks.
Yeah.
This sucks, but it's cool to have a friend.
Yeah,
For all
sucks.
this. What's up?
What? Vampire blood.
Yeah, it was about second blood.
No, I got it. But, yeah, if there's anything I can do, just let me know. Sorry about your brother. And
Just about my brother, when I said, like, I've known him for, like, a total of...
3 years?
Yeah, no. I mean, like, I haven't known him for 3 years, obviously. I've known him
Less?
18 years because he's my brother, and that's how that works usually is, you know him.
Right, no,
But,
I'm not
like,
in-
yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Fuck.
But, no, before I moved to St. Louis, I went to, like, boarding schools and had tutors, and the same for him. So it was kind of, like, we were friendly. But,
Separate.
yeah, nothing like you had in there with your sister. It was nice.
That's why I couldn't just, I couldn't do what Jordan's doing. I couldn't let Oliver go. I couldn't let Chelsea go. I had too much.
I
know it might risk them, but I can't help but I at least need to look out for him. I don't know. I wasn't ready to say goodbye yet.
No, obviously I wasn't either. I mean,
Right.
I'm still legally Evelyn Gibson, right? But
Yep.
what I did want to say is that if anybody comes into that house again, I can't do a whole lot other than talk them out.
Yeah.
And I don't know a whole lot about whatever, like, dark past you keep alluding to.
Right.
And I don't want to presume anything, but you kicked the shit out of JC.
Yeah.
And if he comes in there again, I don't want him walking out.
I'm good at talking people down too. just kind of been a whirlwind of kind of emotions these
Yeah, no,
past
I
two
can-
nights, and I really couldn't control the what Jim says, the beast inside me. And to be honest, I've always had a beast inside me. It's just now it's very literal, I guess. And I mean, if JC's a different thing, if I see him again, I'll probably smash his face in. But I'm gonna do my best to diffuse situations like that. I acted on instinct and not intelligence. I don't want to fall back into that part of me. But it's there if we need it, and I think we might need it because I don't want to assume anything, but the three of you kind of it was a valiant effort. I'll say that.
Look, some of us took knives to the face, and
Yeah, no, that's badass.
I don't. It was pathetic of me, honestly. Yeah, don't. But I am explicitly asking you that if anyone threatens that again, to act on instinct. And I'm sorry to ask that.
You did that for me back there. I can do this for you, if it ever comes to it.
Thank you.
It's on the radio.
Okay. Arriving at everyone's house. You guys will probably be the first there. The first dropped off, the first to head back.
I'll move these boxes, please.
Yeah,
I'll call
you
it
start
Uber.
moving some of your stuff in. There's some extra rooms. The rest of you eventually get there, start doing the same. Jim would say, if everyone's set for the night, anyone have any questions for me? No? Good. Tomorrow we got a lot to do, some stuff to figure out. Told Jordan a little bit about it, but if you're all interested in finding out what happened to you, we'll start pulling some strings, seeing where they lead. Everyone got their shit settled?
Yeah.
You're gonna be staying here together, looking out for each other. I think that's best for now.
Yeah, for a moment. Sounds good.
That's good.
Are you okay?
Yeah, what happened to you, man?
I mean, I feel good. What's wrong with you?
One of your eyes is swollen shut.
I mean,
Oh, I didn't notice that.
yeah, you know, it's
It's fine, as long as you're all right.
it happens. It's all
Yeah, I'll be back tomorrow.
fucking fascist.
I feel like I keep repeating
What?
this.
No,
I feel
You know,
like I keep
it's just
repeating
like
myself, but
yeah, Trump's America. It's all.
oh god. Thanks, Jim. I don't mean
Jim
to
heads
sound
out.
like a- all right.
Getting set up in your new rooms or whatever, looking around. You can see, checking out the rest of the places. You didn't really have much time between.
Yeah, I was about to ask this.
You definitely find some drug paraphernalia from the group. Some of the needles that you can see, you can tell definitely have blood residue in them.
Do we see any drugs that seem a little like pushing it a little bit, or is it just like
There's needles.
standard?
Just like heroin.
Yeah, most of it's the needle's the only thing that's like, okay, it's a little hardcore. Everything else, it's mostly like weed, maybe some shrooms
Can
left
I-
in a baggie.
Can I use my blood resonance to figure out what's going on with this blood, if it's kindred or not, or if it's affected by anything?
Use your
Blood resonance.
bloodhound.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Yeah.
What's that?
Yeah. So by smell, you push a little bit out of the needle. What's left? It's mostly empty. Sniff it. It doesn't have a certain resonance to it, but it you've smelt it before when he beat the shit out of JC. That's JC's blood in there.
I guess that checks out, right?
Confirms Jim's suspicion.
Definitely seems like JC is using this to fuck up your brother.
And there's other needles of actual drugs too. That looks like this is sort of mixed in with
He
the
laced it.
others.
We just confused him.
Yeah.
You also see, and your parents have a room here. They don't live in St. Louis. When they visit you
Like my
guys,
dad,
they
yeah.
stay at the manor. Seems to be where JC was set up.
The room's sort of tore up. It looks like he's been through all sorts of shit. Some valuables are missing for sure. A lot of like paperwork and stuff is missing more than anything. Like you're gonna put like an office here, and those drawers are like emptied.
Shit.
There's also a safe in your parents' room, sort of a hidden, which isn't surprising. It's an old house. There's a lot of cool little hidden stuff like that. And your family's very wealthy. Doesn't make sense they have a safe. But you could tell it looks like he's been messing with that, trying to get in, and hasn't been able to.
Cool.
Yeah. Otherwise, anyone do anything else for the evening?
I would like to take my stuff, and I think probably for the first time since he died, she's gonna like open the door to her grandpa's room,
Okay.
the big
The master
like
bedroom.
master bedroom.
Mm-hmm.
She's gonna slowly start moving her stuff from her room into that room. And she's going to leave her closet was huge.
Mm-hmm.
And a lot of it is stuff she didn't really wear. It was like old vintage costumes that she had bought, or just like vintage clothes, whatever. And she is going to move that, and all of like the uniforms or the clothes that she would wear when she would go out with her friends, everything that was part of kind of like maintaining her like status quo
Mm-hmm.
in that as like kind of like trendy is staying, and everything that's kind of like what she's getting passionate about now is moving over with her into this new room.
Okay. You're doing that. Most of you moving. Besides Jordan, who still doesn't really have anything yet. Although you can do some online shopping if you want. You have a laptop or something for her to use.
I would knock on Evelyn's room.
I was actually gonna say I would ask her to help me move stuff.
And
Sure.
Because I feel like-
I would be very awkward. Because I almost killed your brother like a couple times.
I
And
also almost killed my brother.
yeah. And like we also before that things were a little freaky and it's a little spotty because I think I don't want to remember that part. Like I'm sorry about not getting along before because like I think we could have helped each other a lot in high school, and
Jordan, you got your nose broken for me.
yeah, that was stupid.
Yeah.
That was really stupid.
I mean, I appreciate the effort, but you could not have taken that hit if you wanted to.
Yeah, no, that was really dumb. I don't know why that. No, I do know why that happened because fuck that fucking bitch. But
I mean, yeah.
and like
Fuck Miles too.
fuck Miles, but like
They're both dead, Jordan.
yeah, that doesn't make me feel better.
No, me either.
That part, but I'm sorry about your brother, and I'm sorry about the part where I almost like erased him. I didn't mean to do that part either, and I'm sorry about the parts where I'm probably gonna fuck up a million times in the future because I don't know who I was before, and I certainly don't know who I am now. So I'm sorry.
Apology not needed, but accepted, and I'm sorry if I was like a snobby brat in high school, and I'm sorry that I'm probably gonna be kind of a different kind of snobby brat now that I have like what eternity to be a snob about shit.
We can be
And,
1,000
like-
different people if we want. That's fine.
I don't know, but I don't know. I've never been one for holding grudges, right?
Right.
And I think I could live in the low of that moment where I had my brother's blood all over my face and I was pretty close to just bleeding him dry. And I could live in the high of the moment when I snuck Olivia into the sex ed room and was going to teach her the finer points of lesbian sex. But I
Those are both behind us.
would rather just live in this moment right now where we're going through a bunch of old costume shit and moving it into this
Your new room.
Mhm. You can pick whatever fucking other room you want, but this one is mine.
All right. That works.
Okay.
Herb,
Damn it.
what the fuck, man? What happened? You look.
Yeah, it's like,
You're not a fighter, are you?
I mean, I fight
That's not a
against
bad thing.
anybody who like tries to oppress me. You know what I mean?
I mean, I'm not gonna try to.
I mean, does this not look like? I mean, that dude like try to pose
what
as
dude?
well. I mean,
I'm not gonna try to put anything. If you don't want to talk about it, you don't want to talk about it. But
you know,
I'm
it
worried
was,
about you, man.
It was Mr. Stevenson, Delilah's dad, man. He was.
she okay?
No, she does not seem okay, man. Not at all.
And this prick did this to you?
Yeah, he's a real asshole. He's always been an asshole to her, like, her whole life. And try to get her out of there, but, fuck.
If you were able to get her out of there, what would you do with her? She can't.
I just wanted to, like, save her, man. She's, like,
Where would-
being oppressed there and shit.
Would you bring her here?
Nah, man, I'm not gonna stay here, dude. I got, like, too much shit going on.
We
I
all
got-
have a lot of.
I mean,
What's your plan after this? We had to stay together.
I mean, I
We're-
still got like a business to run, man. I still got like things to do. So I mean, I was definitely gonna like try to find a place. That's kind of why I brought my computer here too. I was gonna look for some places. But
What
yeah,
about
no.
sticking together?
I mean, we're still together, but like apart.
It's
Yeah.
that's not together as I take the Oxycontin out of his hand.
I mean, like I've taken like half that bottle. It still hasn't done anything.
That sucks.
I mean, I still feel pretty good from like the other night, but
Right.
otherwise, no, man. He was a prick. He kind of swung on me a few times. It's all right, cause I'll figure out a way to get Delilah out of the
Well-
situation, man.
I'm not gonna stop you or anything, but we're kind of in this together, and
Yeah, I know.
if you need my help for anything, I'd like you to
Yeah,
say. but
like he's like 6'4", like 240, 250.
what kind of color hair does he have?
Like dark hair color.
Big dad energy.
Big dad energy. I mean, I wouldn't like ask. I feel like there's
I'm
a
not
way.
looking for a fight. I'm just trying to get you.
No,
safe.
there's a way I can get Delilah out. You don't need to worry about it, man. I appreciate it.
You're not alone. That's what I'm saying. You have us.
Hey, man. And if you ever need me, you don't even take drugs. God damn it.
I used to.
My life is so
I
much
used to,
harder
man.
now, man. Because
Again, I don't think any of it would work on us anymore, right?
yeah, no,
We
it,
don't-
def-
we
it
don't-
doesn't. No, I've tried. It doesn't. it does not work.
When you use Blush Alive, you can almost kind of start to feel something, but
God damn.
It's
It's gonna cost
it's
so
a real
much for you.
fucking bummer, but I appreciate the thought, and if I need any help, I'm sure to let you know. But I just gotta get Delilah out of the situation, and
At least your
get myself set
girlfriend,
up,
you
man.
know where she is. I try to contact Lily, and
Yeah, man, is that okay? I mean, like, are you okay without her? I mean, like,
I think I'm gonna have to be for her own safety. I gotta put her.
yeah, sure, for her safety, right?
I gotta put her in front
You're
of
looking at
myself. Yeah, her. There's only you and me in this room.
Yeah, I know. I just like, you know.
Why are you
no,
sweating?
She was chill. She was chill, man. That's all I was saying.
no one's ever called Lily chill.
Just don't do anything too fast. Stick around and see what happens.
Yeah, I get you, man. I get you.
Just pick up that box. My room's up here.
Yeah, no, I got some shit to look up though.
I've seen your history. You don't need to do that right now.
What are you gonna look up?
I'm actually gonna do a couple of things. One thing is a lot of research into some of the things that her Jim, the janitor, has told us about.
So you're gonna look into information on kindred.
Killed.
100%.
That'll probably be your the rest of your night,
Yeah,
because you're gonna have to do some deep dive in dark web shit. But go ahead and give me an investigation intelligence. Actually, this would be occult. Occult intelligence.
What are those dark web boxes you know what they're called? You are
It's
too.
fine.
I don't know. YouTube. You're on YouTube, right?
Herb's good at.
Oh yeah, looking up conspiracy, crazy shit on the internet, 100%.
Oh, God
5.
damn it.
Yeah, I mean, you know where to look, and you find
I know how to use the right VPNs too.
Yeah,
I'm smart about it.
you do a good. You feel pretty confident that you poke around without drawing too much attention. Mostly finding information instead of asking. Yeah, and you find. You find pretty much everything Jim has told you is corroborated in some form. But there's also a lot of other information out there too. You start to be able to tell that there's definitely a lot of probably fake info on purpose. You start to see some patterns, like some people are purposely diluting a lot of this stuff with a lot of fake stuff. Although there's always a little grain of truth in some of these. Things start coming together though.
Yeah, like enough information for like later times to piece things together if I need to.
Yeah, you start to get into that. You actually find some occult stuff on sort of the history. There's a lot of sort of radical activist vampirism stuff as far as these biblical lines tracing themselves back to Cain and all sorts of stuff like that. That Jim didn't talk about, but it's kind of interesting to you. As you see a word that you start to look for that you didn't really know to use before, Cainites, although Jim might have offhand mentioned it. Seems as definitely not necessarily a religious tilt, but this is like Illuminati shit. Like, these guys have been around for a long time, they've been puppet masters, they've been pulling the strings, like, and like, of course they have, you know? Like, fuck. A lot of things start to click for you.
Fucking makes sense.
Mhm.
I fucking knew there was something behind it, and now I fucking figured it out.
Yep.
It's there. It's been there all along.
With
Thought
that,
it was
probably
aliens.
barely moved.
I'm not there with you. Don't
just
look at me.
you just have some of a couple of your basic shit in the room, and you just sort of pass out. So the rest of you sleep for that evening. Wake up the following night. Everyone, give me another rouse check.
So
2.
do we heal?
Heal your stamina, as we now know
Okay.
how healing works.
Hey.
Heal your stamina rating, since you just have superficial wounds.
And then I ate macaroni and cheese, so my hunger goes down.
It's gonna be a will save. You get your will back. All of you, some of you ran into a little bit disturbing things, but you got over the first big hurdle.
We roll 2.
Yeah, roll 2. As long as one's a success, you're fine. Right? Am I doing that? Oh no, that's for blush alive,
That's for
not for a rouse check.
You're right.
Can
I lied. Everyone roll 1.
But can I do blush of life if I want to when I get up?
Yeah.
Can that count?
Sure.
Okay, I'm hungrier, but I'm.
You two get hungry.
I am
You're.
I'm about to be beast.
You're fine. What are you at?
I'm at 4 hunger. out of
Oh
5.
yes, you are.
Oh boy, we gotta go.
You wake up angry, hungry, needing to feed. Knowing what that entails, dreading it, but also you can't think about anything else. You have a lot of missed calls and texts from Lily.
You're okay? What happened? Where are you? Call me. You're scaring me. Call me. I'm so glad you're okay. Just lots and lots of messages. Start to get a little angry as you seem to be ignoring her all damn day. You have a note in your room.
Me?
Yeah, from your brother. Saying, so you've done some rearranging. Like the new room. Your friends are staying with us now? Question mark. Anyway, everything's cool with JC.
Is he home?
You can tell he's been there though.
Okay.
He was here during the day.
Okay.
Yeah, and part of the note would say like, tried to wake you, you were out, left you alone.
You're sleeping upside down again.
So
You
these
put all
guys
the coffins in there?
rouse. You see Elijah go in, just little twitch, little something. It's not a lot of modern. It's an old house. It's still a lot of the appliances and stuff are old. It's not a lot of cool like fancy TVs or anything, despite it being big. But you have a TV room, and as you guys are sort of gathering, the TV just turns on. It's early evening, and it turns on and gets loud. You can hear the news on, sort of drawing you guys to it.
Herb, what'd you do?
It wasn't me, man. It was the mustache guy.
Mustache.
You are the mustache guy.
What mustache guy?
Oh, he's doing
Oh,
that thing again. He's trying to get a
Fuck,
persona.
I never told you guys about the mustache guy. He was in the fucking projector room. Oh, God. What?
On the TV is the news. Part of the report talks about how the last of the missing children have been accounted for. Evelyn, Herb, Elijah are safe with their families. Jordan has been found dead. It goes to a live feed of a candlelight vigil taking place at the remains of St. Benedict's Gateway Academy. There's a vigil, starts with a sermon led by Father Armando, the priest of the school. Old school Catholic. It's a long beard. Quite fit for his age, though his skin is heavily wrinkled and pockmarked. Sort of mean, sunken eyes. His sermon is intense, as is everything he does. He does little to comfort, but he speaks about purpose, about the tenacity that people possess to endure God's tests and be better for it. There's an interview with Detectives Bell and Ortiz, the two detectives who spoke to you all after Autumn went missing at the party. Detective Bell, being a large African-American woman, big hair, soft smile, though fiercely intelligent eyes that offset her otherwise warm, welcoming demeanor. Next to her, quiet as usual, at least from you could tell from your interviews, is Detective Ortiz. Short hair, goatee, well-fitted suit, clean and impeccable as always. Detective Bell says they're still looking in all possibilities, especially with violence in schools on the rise. But so far, all evidence and eyewitness points to a freak accident. A perfect storm of terrible coincidences and factors that led to the inferno. Kids being kids, having fun, though reckless, which led to a consequence they didn't deserve. She's encouraging everyone to try to find it in themselves to start healing rather than trying to place blame. There's also a speech by Arabella Brandt. Her sharp features, thick blonde hair, well kept, put together as always, although almost dressed for a funeral in all black. And you see the rest of the young nuns looking more nun-like than usual as they're all wearing black. You see Faith and Grace behind her in solitude or solidarity. She, even in her mourning clothes, still have that hot librarian vibe a little bit. Conservative, but enticing in a way. She talks about the tragedy, saying, of course, if the students were more responsible, none of this would have happened. As of course, none of them are at the party. They're not the partying type. Besides, you did see them at Autumn's party. Only party you saw them at, probably. But it's still sad nonetheless. She says her classmates were not bad people, just misguided. She doesn't want to question God, though. And so much sin at a place to learn from his teachings can only be tempting fate. But she prays that those who are lost are at peace and that their families can find comfort in their faith. They interview another student, Emerson Voss. The annoyingly handsome, blonde, great jaw, and just oozing unearned privilege and confidence. His intelligent green eyes, sharply styled hair. Sort of like a Calvin Klein model mixed with a politician. He is doing a good job of, honestly seems pretty broken up. I mean, he's an asshole, but this was insane what happened. Seems a little shaken by it, but trying to be strong for the survivors, as he says. He talks about a little bit of having survivors' guilt and how a celebration of their friendship, the memories they all made together, the bright futures ahead of all the students, because the best and brightest go to St. Benedict's. He talks about it as a lot is expected of us, but we're also just teenagers. We like to have fun. Yeah, we make mistakes, but he's proud to have one of the most diverse student bodies, thanks to the scholarships the school generously offers. Talks about despite your differences, you're all friends, which Emerson Voss is one of the most divisive people there. But he seems a symbol of unity and strength among the student body right now. Talks about how Autumn's passing was bad enough, but he has no idea how you're supposed to move on from something like this. All you can do is lean on each other. As the camera pans, you see Lily. She puts a hand on the shoulder to comfort him. You see her other hand is holding the hands of Jeezy, the other band member of White Foxes, tall, lanky, just looking down, his sort of shaggy, bowl-cut hair in his face a little bit. You spot Olivia Brooks. Her usual fun, albeit awkward self now has a disturbing darkness hanging over her. She's the funniest kid in your grade who slowly came to terms with her sexuality throughout the year, thanks to your patience and support. You went to prom together, you slept together in the sex ed room, until a kindred named King appeared, possessing Olivia, using her body to attack you. You saw her battered, hurt. You thought dead. Here she is. You see Amar Mujik. Standing next to her, actually. Seems to be comforting her in his own way. He looks serious and grim as ever. Even more so, like he has ever since Autumn's disappearance. Some people started blaming him for it. Most still do. He has this thick brows, buzzed hair. Looks almost like a gritty soldier, despite being a pretty young man. Though he still has that 1,000-yard stare, staring right past the camera. Suggests he's seen far too much for someone even 5 times his age. You see Kaylee Miller. Sort of, if there's a hierarchy among your friend group, which there was, she would be the bottom rung, which is still higher than everyone else at the school. She looks completely lost. Typically aloof and sort of in her own head. She now looks terrified. but still impeccably dressed, always paying attention to her appearance. You see Quinn Caldwell, who is just a sobbing mess. His bright red hair was likely styled at the beginning of the evening. There's no evidence of it now, as you see an arm go around him as the camera is still just panning across the students gathered there. And you see Devin Jackson, a frequent customer of yours. You see tears in his eyes as well, something none of you have probably seen before. But he's a towering, strong presence in the crowd. This tall, thin athlete, the sly smile, and always expressive face, now showing a deep frown as he pats Quinn. You see all the faculty there, essentially. Principal Bront, Sister Mary Lou, Mr. Donahue, all standing together. See a lot of the parents there comforting one another. Some of them never really seemed that close before, but they all seem united by this tragedy. They seem to come a little closer after the report of Autumn's death, and now, yet another terrible thing seems to have them circling up to protect their children, though it seems like they're unable to do so. Among them, you see Gina, the strongest woman you know. She's seen so much. She's a social worker. She's seen it all, and yet nothing prepared her for this. As she looks like there's no tears, but she's the face of someone weeping, like there's none left to come out. She definitely was far from the rich parent crowd that most of these people are, but you can see some of the parents put a hand on her, as she is the most recent and will be the last to learn of their child's death. Though not your birth mother, you're still very much a little girl. Keeps panning, and then it cuts to a reel they have that they've probably been playing throughout the night. Back to a reporter in the studio. Talks about how so far 14 have been reported dead, and the last of the missing have been accounted for now. Let's take this time to remember those who were taken from us too soon in this tragedy. And you see a slideshow of sorts of school photos, people in their uniforms. The first being Cameron Graham, Lily's brother. Bushy-haired, freckled bassist for Y Foxes. Last you saw him was with a broom through his heart. Jim stabbed him when he fed on a girl on the roof. You see Sid Hudson, drummer for Y Foxes. The shaved head, that androgynous smolder, and little marks where her eyebrows usually pierce, but of course that's not allowed at school. Looking odd in her school uniform, but good. Defiant almost. You see Connor Klein, with thick neck and chiseled jawline, naturally tan skin and bright brown eyes. That hormone-fueled jock who tried so desperately to appear deeper than he was. Not a bad person, but seeming never quite got others to think of him how he wanted to be thought of. You see Aswari Gupta, or Essie, as all of you know her as. Effortlessly beautiful, large, dark eyes framed by strikingly long lashes, radiant tan skin from countless vacations and her Indian ancestry. The most revered girl in school, belonged to a social class all on her own. Gone. See her best friend, Mackenzie Moretti. Sharp, daring features, olive skin, that trademark combative smirk. Thick black hair that stops at strong shoulders from tennis. A savage bully to some, but fierce protector to others. You see Gabriel Reyes. Slightly chubby with a wide white smile, a very practiced pose that makes his green eyes pop. Sort of the community gay best friend to the popular girls group. though he always seemed to be sort of playing a part instead of finding his own way. Now dying too soon to really ever find his own sense of self. You see Noah Finley, awkward, enthusiastic grin, messy curled hair. His smile makes his eyes close, and he's framed by these thick green glasses that he got just before school pictures that he thought were really cool, but didn't really work. They do stand out against his dark skin. You know there's a superhero shirt underneath his school uniform. He looks happy here. This is before he started to slip, before his perfect GPA dropped, and he turned to drugs to deal with his search for Autumn's killer. Jordan and Zoe took him to prom. A nice gesture for the always single Noah, though not for lack of trying. You couldn't find him in time to drag him off, even though Zone offered an escape before the attack happened. You see Reed Thomas, skinny and pale with a proud stubble, a sign of his inner hipster form aching to blossom, thick, clear glasses, and a pose you could tell is practiced to look nonchalant and as intelligent as possible. Sort of a social media activist, cinephile, and self-professed philosopher. Kind of obnoxious, but smart kid, good heart, dead. You see Miles Lauder. Handsomely styled, medium length, dirty blonde hair, kind eyes, and a coy smile. He already looked mature for his age, with an easy and charming aura about him. Though many, especially some of you, knew about the cruelty that festered just under the surface. He's the boy who released the graphic sexual images of Zoe, sent her down the path she took. He spread terrible rumors about Evelyn and tried to shame her for an abortion she didn't have. He managed to date Faith, who's one of the most morally rigid students at the school, despite his despicable ways. He always seemed to stay out of the spotlight, typically behind Emerson, while chumming the waters around his enemies for the sharks. It's bittersweet that he died to some of you. Finally, we see Jordan Quick, pallid, beautiful, almost tragically so. There's an emptiness in her eyes that draws attention away from the girl that was unstated yet stunning if you manage to pay enough attention. Generally forgettable on purpose, though she made a splash by butting heads with the young nuns her final year, even getting into a fight. Not a lot of friends or notable accomplishments, though. Though Zoe found a close friend in her after becoming a pariah herself. As the slideshow ends, and the camera has still been panning across the students, we see Zoe Evans herself. Among the back, her narrow eyes glance at the camera for a moment. At first, she seems completely placid, sad even. Her thin, dark hair sort of traces her sharp jaw and pursed lips. She looks beautiful, as always, but something sinister lingers. Not a darkness that seems to filter sort of all the other expressions you see. Something else, like she's holding something back. She's not trying to contain her sadness, but she's containing something else. Satisfaction, maybe. Plenty of tears are flowing, and she even looks down as if crying herself. Taking handkerchief and dabbing her eye, as you can see a bright red stain where she dabbed it. And that is where we will call it.
My Gaby lives.
So, pick things up to see what you want to do with that information in the future.
Wow.
So what?
She wasn't. They just panned to her. She wasn't on the memorial.
No.
So
She was, there was in the live vigil.
Sorry,
So-
I have a list of my dead
so-
friends. I have.
Yeah, that's cool. So we have social media.
Yeah, so you can find me at Bexy Bro on Instagram, Twitter.
Even Instagram now.
Yes, I do.
Hey,
By the time this comes out, you'll
By
have
the time
one,
this
right?
comes out, it'll be there.
2020, baby.
2020. Yeah, so check me out. Cool.
Cool.
You can find me at Ms. Petty Dreadful on Twitter and Instagram.
I'm Daniel. I played Elijah, and you can find me and mainly Instagram and Twitter with at Metal Chocobos. But yeah, I'm trying to get better at Twitter. That's hard.
Twitter's really hard. You gotta like tweet all the time. What's
Yeah.
that about?
It's exhausting.
You think I'm
That's
a
what it
bird?
is. All right. Let's
Right.
cut the cameras.
And then that's Mandy. You can find her whatever it says underneath her name.
Mandy Morose.
Mandy Morose. If the mic didn't
What's
take that, hang on.
yours?
And that's a bully.
I'm Bully. My stuff's underneath me. I'm on Instagram, Twitter, and mostly follow Table Goth, which is also
Yeah.
on all these things, and where we'll be announcing most of this stuff.
But Twitter's different, right?
Yeah. Hopefully, you
Is
guys-
Twitter's table_goth. Everything else is one word.
Yeah.
We also are getting a Patreon going because we make a lot of extra stuff. We're getting ready to do an after session talk, which will be on there. We have a 14-hour prologue session where we get really drunk and play till
Was it 14 hours?
no,
No.
literally play till the sun
It
comes
felt
up.
like 14
It
hours.
was way
We
longer than
played
it should have
until-
been.
Yeah, if you want to
6:30 in the
see all the
morning.
cool
But-
stuff that happened
yeah.
their senior year leading up to them being
Especially
vampires.
all of the list of people we just heard of.
Yeah, if you want to know more about those characters and how bad we were at recording it first.
Well, we got it across.
Yeah, that's there. Anyway, thanks. Check that out. We're going to talk about what happened. Bye forever.